Hello, Eagle fans and fans of today's visiting team. No matter where you're watching from today, welcome to the contest. I'm Brian Breese, principal of Columbia High School, entering you today's contest on our social media. While we are looking forward to our bleachers again, we are happy and our visiting communities can continue favorite teams in the meantime. Just like when fans are physically at the game, we ask you to keep online comments respectful and supportive of your team and not against other individuals or the other team. Remember to display good online sportsmanship and be a good example for your community. We encourage positive comments. Thank you again for joining us and enjoy today's event.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week 2 of Friday Night Lights here from Breese Central in Clinton County. It's a soggy night out here. There's much rain last week, a bunch of rain this week. Footing's going to be an issue, but that's all right. We're coming to you outside of Breese Central's press box this week. Going to have to make some adjustments for us this week, and we think we figured out the issue with the wire last week. This week, we're running on a cell phone, so we're making everything work. Alex Schlemmer along with Jared Germain for week 2 of the Cahokia Conference as the Eagles, who are 1-0, take on the Breese Central Cougars. Jared, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, Alex. How are you?
Not too bad. Exciting night here tonight. We're about 20 minutes away from kickoff and a highly anticipated matchup. It doesn't matter that we win 47-0 last week against Redbud and Breese Central wins 51-0. We got two good ball clubs here.
Yeah, coming in every year, Breese Central is always a great competition for the Columbia Eagles, and everybody's always got their eye on the Columbia Eagles. So, and Central is a team that's always looking out for the Columbia Eagles. So, going to be a good one to watch tonight.
Absolutely. Everybody, they play Columbia. I think they circle it on their schedule. This is a game that you want to win, and this is a game that, we just got to go in and do our job. Last week we did our job against offensively. Didn't put up a ton of numbers. We only scored about 100. You know what? It's 7 different receivers getting touchdowns, I believe it was, or 6, something like that. And 5 players. So, running a little weak on offense, though.
Yeah, kicked off, we didn't even see our offense till midway, not even midway through the first quarter. We had a kickoff return right off the bat and a pick 6 on the first drive for Redbud. So it was a good start for the offense to come out on the field. We already had points up on the board, already having a lead, which is nice for an offense. So senior Colin McLaren came in, did a good job, threw 11 for 11 last week, which is a perfect passer rating coming into this week. So
I'm going to stop you there.
Okay, go ahead.
What's a passer rating?
Oh, we don't even know. We just say
if you go 11 for 11, 93 yards, 2 touchdowns, you get a 180. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'd hate to see what perfect is.
Yeah.
We had the battle of the quarterbacks we talked last week. Is it going to be Dominic Vegley, the sophomore? Is it going to be Colin McLaren, the senior? Colin gets to start tonight again in week 2. He deserves it after last week's performance.
Yeah, he was definitely slinging it around. Something we definitely expected a lot this year. With coming in with 2 quarterbacks, like you said, Vegley and McLaren, they both are 2 tandem different. They can both run at different paces, so they can both do something different, which is definitely a big thing for Coach Horner's offense.
We met with Colin this week, and we asked him what it was like to start as a senior that first time and get that under his belt, and here's what Colin had to say.
Yeah, it felt different than it did last year, obviously, because, last year we had the whole summer to get ready and everything. So the preparation coming in this year was a little different, but, it was great just getting to go down there and honestly hearing the Hell's Bells coming down. It's great. Great opportunity. Yeah, when it comes to the skill players, obviously, we have speed across the board. We have the guys that, can fill in. Not those guys, but even the backups, too, have speed. So, and they're great route runners as well. So we're able to get the ball out to them. And then the linemen as well are doing their job up front. So they give me the time. We get the ball in skill players' hands. We're good. The thing is just execution. We have to execute every single play. No one can take a play off. Like I said, get the ball in the skill players' hands, and we'll be good to go whole year. I mean, they have some bigger guys up front, so we're going to have to take care of that. Obviously, a lot more, I would say, skilled than Redbud. So we got to get the ball on the perimeter and just, like I said, get the ball in skill players' hands. That's going to be the story of the year, right?
At his first start as a starting quarterback, what was your first start? Who'd you play against? What year? All that stuff.
Oh man, I think it was my junior year. That was my first varsity start. My junior year at Morton, which was about 3.5 hours away. So I was pretty nervous for it. We never played up there, so it was a great experience.
Absolutely. He also talks about his athletes. We kind of mentioned them. We'll mention them a bunch tonight. We got speed all throughout the field. You got Wibbs, you got London, you got Malding, Dom, Colin, McConaughey. What's it like? Columbia always has those skilled players, and this year we got the big uglies too. How do you get the ball in everybody's hands whenever you have so many weapons?
I mean, you've seen it over the years. These quarterbacks have given the ball to these receivers and running backs over the years to give them all these yards and all these touchdowns, and it's just nice. And I bet Coach Horner thinks it's really nice to have these athletes coming in every year and showing out.
I'm sure it makes his job a lot easier. So now we covered offense. Let's flip it over. We'll talk about the defensive side of the ball. Last week, what more can you ask for? You give up less than 100 yards of offense, or 107. You got 4 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 sacks, 39 total tackles.
It'd be a big fantasy day for defense.
For defense, yeah. But you don't give up any points, so now you're getting 10 points on the start right away. So, can we do that? How do we do that? And because we got a pretty potent offense in the Central Cougars tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Coming in, I talked to Coach Germain, and he said definitely controlling the line of scrimmage is be great in tonight. They're definitely a lot bigger than us, which is going to be tougher for us to stop the run game. In last week, we have men with 4 attempts and 66 yards and a touchdown. Also, we have to be good on the pass rush. Our D linemen and linebackers got to get in the backfield and trying to contain the quarterback. Number 4, Kyle Admer, who will sling it around. Last week he was 7 for 12 for 124 yards. So definitely secondary's got to be ready.
Absolutely, and that makes things complicated. I mean, we love it whenever it's our offense we're talking about. It makes things complicated on Coach G. I was talking to some people this week. Coach Germain has had that bend, don't break mentality, I feel like, forever. He'll get down into the goal line area, and all of a sudden he puts on a stop, and we don't give up any points. We give up a field goal, and that's going to be huge tonight. Breese comes into the game 1-0. Last week they won 51-0 over the Westland Warriors, where they had 401 total yards, 260 yards of offense. So we gave up, I believe, 82 yards of rushing last week. So now we're going to a completely different situation, and it's going to make things complicated. And what's going to make it even more complicated, senior lineman Kyle Jackson out this week. He was our leading tackler, had 8 tackles. So him going out, how do you fill that void, next man up mentality?
Yeah, next man up mentality. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, coming in, especially to only a 6-game season, we don't have a lot of men on the roster this year. So if one man goes down, it's got to be next man up, and you got to be ready to go. Whether you're a sophomore, junior, or senior that's not playing a lot, you got to step up and be ready to play.
I'm sure if we would have asked Coach Germain, he would have said, got to play fundamental football. You might not be the starting guy, but you're next man up. You got to be that starter. And we went down earlier tonight. We talked to Coach Horner, and here's what he had to say about tonight's game. Down here with Coach Horner, week 2, first road game. What's the preparation like for your first road game as compared to being at home and everything easier right in your back door?
I mean, the preparation during the week's not much different. You still gotta get out and put your game plan in and do what we always do through the course of the week. But certainly warn the kids about being on a bus for an hour and making sure that they get off ready to play. And we got to start from play one, not wait till second quarter to get going. But we're gonna have to play really well, and they're big and physical, and we'll see how we match up.
How do you prep on a game like whenever we're at home all the time? We've got the turf. We're walking around out here in boots, and we're in a little bit of a swamp. So how do you can't really simulate that in practice. So you make balls wet for the wet conditions, or how do you do that?
Well, we didn't do any wet balls this week because we knew it wasn't going to be raining at the time. I think the ball won't be necessarily the problem. It's going to be the footing. and that's certainly going to be something different for us. With us only having the ability to practice in one spot, which is on the turf, it's going to be something different for these guys. So, they're just going to have to get used to it. Hopefully warm-ups, they kind of get a feel for it. The game's going to slow down a little bit, but it's going to be slow for them too. So, we'll just do what we can.
What do we expect this week? Last week only about 170 yards of offense, but we had the great defense. I don't see that happening tonight. We're going to have a pretty good ball game on our hands. So what's the game plan offensively, and then defensively, how do you slow them down?
You just slow them down by keeping the ball out of their hands the best we can. We've got to definitely establish a little bit more in the line of scrimmage. 170 yards isn't enough. It won't be enough tonight, I can promise you that. So we're going to have to establish our run game early, I think, and let our big guys try to get a feel for it. But, at the end of the day, you still got to block, you still got to tackle, and we've got to keep them off the field offensively.
Good luck, Coach. Get a win tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So we asked him about what it's like coming out in your first road game of the season. You're about to hear Central just getting ready to take the field. You're going to have a hostile environment. A couple years ago, if anybody was listening to me and Jared, we had somebody yelling up into the press box with us. We politely had to shut the window on them. But you can start hearing the cowbells. That's from the Columbia fans. Breeze is waiting for Columbia right now. It's time for football. So now, we talked about Coach Horner. How does he come out and get everybody ready to go? What are your predictions for today's game?
So I think it's going to be definitely a grinder up front. Both offensive and defensive lines are going to go at it. We're definitely some big guys going to be out there. So I'm saying 20-13 Eagles. What are you saying, Alex?
I'm going to put up a little bit more points. I'm going to go 27-21. I think we're going to give up some points this week, just with the conditions that are on the field. Like I said, it is a swamp out there. We tried walking across earlier. And Coach Baker, Coach Dumps, good luck tonight. Going across the field, though, it's a swamp, so I think we're going to give up a couple more points, but I still think our offense, we got the ability, we can put up points whenever we want.
Yeah, definitely. We got a lot of athletes. London Little, if you can get the ball in his hands, I mean, we've seen it for, 3 years now. Get the ball in his hands, a lot of good things can happen. So that's pretty much all you got to look forward to for the Eagles. If you get the ball in your playmakers' hands, they'll make a lot of plays for you.
Well, we're going to get everything set up. We'll have the national anthem coming from Breese Central here pretty soon. We'll be back in a few short minutes.
You are watching Columbia Eagles Football Live.
Columbia High School and the athletic department would like to thank all of our sponsors for their generosity. When going out, more so than ever, please consider shopping local and supporting the businesses that have supported us.
I like standing. If I sit, I'll get too cold.
And now we'll have the offensive starting lineup for the Columbia Eagles.
So the guys, my keys.
On the offensive line, number 62.
Get ready, Eagles fans. It's that time we've been waiting for. It's Eagle football time.
Offensive line, number 52, Garrett Fulcher. Offensive line, number 77, Mason Kohlenberger. Offensive line, number 63, Owen Brewer. At running back, number 21, Kyle McConaughey.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Breese Central, where the Cougars and the Eagles will battle in a Week 2 Cahokia Conference showdown. Breeze has got some rubber mats over on their sideline. That'll just show you how wet it is over on this side. Coach Kendall was talking already about how wet it is out there too, and then you got to throw the temperature into it. Jared, you made a comment earlier that you enjoy being outside, and now I'm looking at you shaking a little bit here, bud.
Well, my hands are getting a little chilly. That's the only thing here, but the wind does not help. That's a big factor here. Out in this field, it's a little more windy than usual. Like not like back home in Columbia when we're in that nice warm press box. But
We're spoiled.
yeah, we are spoiled. But definitely should be a sloshy one. Our white jerseys are definitely going to turn brown tonight. So that's a good thing for Coach Tremaine in cleaning them jerseys this weekend.
Columbia's going to come out white pants, white tops, white helmets. Breese Central is going to have, I think that'd be like an anthracite. Is that what they call that?
I guess.
It's a dark gray pant. Purple jerseys, purple tops, or purple helmets. They're not going to have to worry about laundry tonight, but Columbia will definitely have to worry about that. They just went through the starting lineups for the Eagles. The main one is number 62, Grant Matheny, getting the start at center tonight with Jackson being out. We talked about how big he is on defense, but offensively, he's a 3-year starting center, and if you want a ball to be snapped at your chest, I'm going to call Kyle Jackson every night of the week.
Yeah, definitely. That's the biggest thing when it comes to an offense. The snap is the first thing that has to go right for your offense to go right. So definitely it's going to be a different game. Actually, I believe a couple years ago we had Bryant Gocher had to start this exact game at Central as a center also for his first ever career start as on the varsity team. So little reminiscence of that, and hopefully Grant Matheny can get it going tonight.
You know, and that's the big thing, next man up mentality. We talked about a couple of years ago whenever we were getting yelled at in the hostile environment we have here. Columbia lost 2 years ago, 24-28. I believe there is a late possession that Columbia had a chance at winning it, and I think we threw a turnover or something late.
Yeah.
So we'll talk a little bit later, but you got to keep it clean. We can't have too many turnovers. And Columbia comes into the game. Coach Horner we'll talk about first. Comes into this game, he's 15-5 versus Breese Central, 9-2 at home, 6-3 on the road. Last season, Columbia won 56-18 in the 2019 season, and then, like I said, lost back in 2018. All-time, Columbia is 29-17 versus Breese, including 1-0 in the playoffs back in 2015. This is the second longest, I never knew this, second longest consecutive season for a series, which dates back to 1977. The Eagles and the Cougars also played in 74 and 75. For some reason, we still have to figure out why they didn't play in 76. But for 44 consecutive years, we've taking on the Cougars.
Yeah, Central's definitely a team that's always got a target on the Eagles' backs. Definitely always coming in here to Breese Central. They're always ready to play. So Columbia's definitely got to be ready to go out there tonight.
Coach Horner's 27-21 in road openers. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Columbia's 27-21 in road openers. Coach Horner, 14-5. So that's big. We're playing Mascoutah. We're playing Breese tonight. We play Waterloo a lot on week 1. He gets it often and early when he gets his W's. That's enough talk, though. Let's play football.
I'm ready.
Adam Wiebemeyer going to do the kicking for us once again tonight. He's kicking from right to left, and he sends it deep. Looks like it will be caught around the 6-yard line where they're going to slip up a little bit, and it's going to be a fake reverse. Going to still keep it to the left side. Number 9's got the edge sealed, and he's got a lot of room to run, where he's finally going to be brought down at the 34-yard line. That just shows you what they're going to do tonight.
Price. tackled by number 22,
Oliver Schrader, second leading tackler last week. We're going to need him to make the tackles tonight for us. Breese Central going to start on their 36-yard line. They got some big boys on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they definitely do. We're going to have to be ready for that run.
It's going to be doubles to the right side, sniffer back right. Going to be a fake handoff. They're going to be running a deep pass play. Not going to be able to get it off, and Columbia swarms to the quarterback. And it looks like number 52 on the sack for the Eagles.
Good job there by the Eagles to force them on the first down, get in the backfield early, and force a sack there on the first play of the game.
Jared, what do you got for your 3 keys tonight in today's game?
So going back to last week, it's always important to stay clean with the penalties. I think last week we didn't have a few of them. We'll get back to these 3 keys after this play.
Shotgun snap to the quarterback, looking left right away. He's going to lob it to the left side where Dominic Vagley and London Little are there, and it's dropped.
Good
Falls incomplete.
London Little looked like on the defensive stop there. But back to the keys, just like I said, just staying clean, not a lot of penalties like we didn't have last week. Also, like I said earlier, controlling the line of scrimmage. They're going to be ready to run the ball, and we got to be ready up front. And finally, protection. Give your quarterback time to get the ball in your receiver's hands, and your offense should be fine.
3rd and 18 for the Cougars. You got to love that for the Eagles defense. Going to be doubles to the right side, same formation. Quarterback looks to the right side. He's looking for the deep ball to number 2, and he's got him. But it's going to be picked off by the Eagles. Number 20, Andrew Malding, and Dominic Vagley with the breakup.
Great play there by the Eagles. Vagley with a nice tip. I think they ran 3 straight verticals right down the middle of the field, and Vagley with a nice tip ball right to Andrew Malding, who made a nice sliding catch for an interception.
Great job, Coach G, getting that defense going. You got -8 yards to start first play, 2 incompletions, 1 interception. We're starting where we left off last week.
Coach Horner should be ready to get the ball in his athletes' hands early in this first quarter.
Colin McLaren takes the field with his offense, trips to the right side, single back to the left. He's going to look to his left side where he's got London, where he can't get it out, and he's going to be sacked on the play. All 5 offensive linemen turning around looking at him.
It looked like the ball kind of slipped out of his hand whenever he was trying to throw the out route to London on the left side here.
Jay Missler coming on to the field. Looks like 2 train coming off. Jay Missler is going to be playing that sniffer back position a lot for us, as he did last week. Loss of 4 on the play for the Eagles. 2nd and 14 from their own 38-yard line. We're going to send 2 men in motion, which will be a penalty. It's handed off to Little, who's going to run to the left side. Would have had about a 12-yard game. However, the penalty flag will bring it back.
You can hear Coach Horner all the way from over here. That's never a good thing.
Shift on the Eagles.
Can't send 2 men in motion.
And that's something I just got done saying on those keys. You got to keep it clean.
Big game like this, you have to keep it clean. I mean, that goes without saying. Once again, we are running. I'm sitting down in front of Jared, below Mr. Nickerson. Jared's standing up above me. We're working outside, and we're working on a cell phone, so we apologize for any delays tonight.
Bear with us.
Trips right, running back right. McLaren in shotgun. He's going to take the snap, roll to the right side, where he's going to hit number 23, who falls in between his legs. Adam Wiebemeyer is the intended receiver.
23 incomplete.
Not a good start for the Eagles offense.
That'll make it a 3rd.
Yeah, that penalty kind of slowed him down a little bit. Makes it hard to run a 2nd and long. Now that brings up a 3rd and long, which is definitely something Coach Horner does not like to be set up in. Look for a little screen or just a little Jacksonville jet sweep around the outside.
Just under 10 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Andrew Malding split out by himself to the left side. 2 running back set for the Eagles. And it's going to be a handoff to number 21, Kyle McConaughey. Look at his speed. Look at him go. Makes a little quick cut. Gets up to the 42-yard line. And it'll bring up a 4th and 10, but not a bad play to end that drive.
Yeah, almost got back up to the original line of scrimmage. Make it 4th and 11. Makes it a lot easier for Wiebemeyer. It gives him a little more space to punt the ball away and make it easier for the Columbia defense.
We'll be doing all the kicking duties for the Eagles this year. Looks like number 11 coming on for the Eagles. Drew Meganson coming on late. Split out to the left side. Wibby's going to be punting from the 42. A little bit of wind in his face. Nearly gets blocked, but he gets it off. And it's going to give a good Eagles bounce, where it's going to roll to the 21-yard line.
Ball down by the Eagles at the...
where the Cougars offense will take over. We're going to run to a break, and we'll be right back from Breese Central in a bit. Welcome back, where it's going to be a quick handoff to the left side for the Cougars. They're going to get a good put and get about 4 yards on the play.
I was busy watching London Little and this wide receiver go at it. London Little got pancaked on this play over here. I don't think he was ready for the wide receiver to come up and make a block on him.
You already look at Dominic's right side, mud, and you look at Poulter, mud. We're only 2 minutes into the
You can already see the field is getting brown too.
Columbia coming out in a 4-man set, 3 linebackers. They're going to have trips to the left side. They're going to hand it off to the left side again. They like something on that side, but that's okay. Columbia's got it sniffed out for nothing.
Something like we talked about earlier, controlling the line of scrimmage. Great job there to force it back inside. I couldn't see who that really was on the right side. Looked like Owen Brewer, who's first time starting this year.
I believe Owen's taking over in that Jackson
Is he?
spot.
Defensive.
3rd down and 6. Trips to the right side, going to look to the right side right away, and it's going to be a slant route caught by number 2, and it's going to be enough for a first down, just about a yard far.
From Alford to Becker.
Shane Becker comes in last week. He had 4 catches for 74 yards. 4 of those catches went for 3 touchdowns.
Well, hey, we stopped them from getting the first touchdown, so that's all right. Columbia playing looks like a cover 2 set. I don't think they've really switched out of that. I think they played it a little bit last week too. Going to be a handoff to the left side. They're going to bend it back to the right. Maybe gain a yard on the play. Like Coach Jermaine said last week, bring the juice on swarm tackle. That's what we've done so far to start the night.
Definitely got to be ready up front. Definitely got to be ready on the linebackers. Got to be ready.
Will make it a 2nd and 8 for the Cougars.
You got to be ready to plug them holes for the linemen so they can get off blocks and make plays.
Last week, Breese Central's quarterback was 7 for 12 for 124 yards, 3 touchdowns. Hasn't really done too much damage yet. He's going to take the snap, hand it off to the right side where the running back squeezes his way through.
Looks like he's going to have the first.
Good for about 8 yards and a first down for the Central Cougars.
That's something we said earlier. Got to be ready for the run.
Last week,
It's a first down, Cougars!
Last week, Breese Central's rushing had really 4 guys running the ball. 2 of them ran it a lot, but you had 77, 70, 66, and 49. You never know who's going to be running the football here.
Breese Central always seems to have 1 or 2 big running backs, too, with a lot of power.
You can hear Coach Jermaine yelling over here. It's going to be a handoff to the left side. Jet sweep, far left. They got the edge blocked again, and great job, London Little.
Stop a touchdown.
That block.
He probably stopped a touchdown there because London was probably the last guy to stop him, as we had Malding, who's a pretty quick guy coming from the opposite side of the field. But London made a great open field tackle there to save a touchdown.
6 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Columbia on skates right now as Breese is moving their way down the field. Coach Horner talked about trying to keep Breeze's offense off the field tonight, and right now they're kind of keeping our offense off the field as well by running the ball all night. Handoff up the middle once again. He's going to be hit when the handoff happens. He's going to make his way to the line of scrimmage, but we had 3 guys on the backfield right away.
Something also to look out for. It looks like London Little's following number 2, Shane Becker, around the field. So wherever number 2 at, you're going to see London Little right with him.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Cougars.
A little bit closer to the field this week. You can see the face mask that the guys are wearing. So this year they go into their face mask. Is that true?
I haven't seen them.
Last week we couldn't see them at all, but everybody's got matching face mask, I guess, to go over the top of their face mask. Doubles the right side, going to be a handoff to the right side. Two guys in the backfield once again. Great job, Garrett Pulcher, getting in the backfield and sniffing that out right away.
Looks like all these. I feel like big guys always have fun playing in these muddy games because they're probably on the ground every play.
Oh yeah. Did you ever play in a mud bowl?
And Blue Jay ball. I never got to play one in high school. I played on a lot of turf fields.
Yep. I'll never forget. It was a Central game, my sophomore year. Kyle Breitenstein, I don't think he had a part of clean clothing on him when the game was over with. He was a mess. 3rd down and 13.
Oh, offsides.
Gonna be a long pass play to the right side.
Had a free play there.
But the Eagles jump offsides. I'm going to go ahead and just assume that it was Oliver Schrader there by the screaming coming from Coach Tremaine there. That's one voice that carries.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
When he starts screaming and yelling, he gets that high pitch in him.
Oh, tell me about it.
It just goes.
Offside.
I've heard it 1 or 2 times. Just 1 or 2.
I had the luxury of playing offense. I never had to worry about it. I just had that other guy yelling at me.
Yeah, you only have to deal with it. You only have to deal with it on the field. Try it at home.
3rd and 8 for the Cougars.
So we'll try this again. 3rd and 8. As a defensive coordinator, though, you want to have those 3rd and long situations, and that's what we're getting here tonight. Sniffer back goes to the left. Going to be a shotgun pass. It's going to be a screen play. That looks like a little Miami for the Eagles. And what do you know, Garrett Pulcher there to sniff it out and get a tackle.
I can't even see half of these numbers right now with the mud already covering them.
By the end of the night, we'll be guessing.
By number 52, Garrett Pulcher.
I'm going to go ahead and just assume Garrett's the only one that's got hair coming out of the back of his helmet, so I think we'll be able to figure that one out pretty quick.
I think Oliver Schrader does too.
Oliver does too?
Yeah.
So the ever-dangerous London Little.
Got to watch out for a fake here too.
Standing at the 12-yard line.
Offside.
There's your fake.
Schrader again.
So that gets Columbia to jump. That's going to bring up a 4th and 1.
Offside.
Definitely go for it now. I would assume.
Yep. Penalty there on Pulcher, I believe. It's the muddiest guy on the field.
From the Eagles.
So 4th and 1. Now you got to shift your defense on and off the
You got
field.
guys running
You got
on
to
and
call
off.
timeout. That's what Coach Horner does.
Looks like Columbia's all clustered up.
Yep. We'll send it to a break, and we will come back to Breese Central. 4:22 remaining for the 4th and 1 out of the Central Cougars.
Attention, please.
Welcome. Where the sun is starting to set, we got a beautiful sunset behind us right now.
250.
Pretty nice view out here.
The nice aroma of Clinton County. Not too bad yet.
Yeah.
250-971.
So Central will line up. They're going to have 2 guys up underneath. It's just going to be a straight handoff up the middle, and by number 23, Power, like you said, first downs, Cougars.
And that's something Central's probably came into the game wanting to do. Keep the ball out of Columbia's hands. Run the ball as much as you can. And if you can keep running the ball, keep the ball out of McLaren and London Little and all the athletes on the Eagle side of the ball, good things can happen for Central.
We'll talk about the Central Cougar size here in a second. After the run play to the left side, it's going to be just a trap play, it looked like. Dominic Vegley running the gaps, making the play. You like that out of a center or a safety. Dominique, we got a new one there. Usually we got to worry about being called Vogel or Vogelli or something like that. Now we got a Dominique. So to bring up a 2nd down and 9, 3:36 remaining in the first quarter, tied 0-0. Bend don't break, Coach G. Sniffer back left, doubles left. Running back to the right. I think he moved early, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I think. It's going to be a pass play, and it's going to be picked off. London Little, high points of football.
Was it London?
London. Maybe it's Malding.
London or Malding? I can't. I think it is
I
London.
think that's Malding.
Is it Malding? I can't tell.
Andrew Malding on the interception.
Malding. That's his second. It's his second pick of the game already in this first quarter.
So, 2 drives for the Central Cougars offense.
2 interceptions by Andrew Malding.
Bend don't break, Coach G. I love it.
Looked like that running back. Yeah, he was the one that was quarterback was trying to get the ball to there.
Dominic Vegley on the carry up the middle. He's going to go right up the middle, put his shoulder down, take on 4 Central Cougars. Officials blow it dead. He doesn't get tackled. It's a good hard run out of a sophomore just coming in at 6'2", 175. He didn't shy away from any contact there.
Keeper on the play.
Like you said on that last play there by Central, it looked like a false start out of the running back. I think that was who the quarterback was throwing it to, so he was probably trying to get on his route. Probably saw an opening he could get to the end zone and try to score, but great cutoff by Malding to make a pick.
Dom and McConaughey in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to McConaughey, who's going to dance around for maybe a yard. Those big Central linemen clogged it up. Let's see if we can get some numbers on these guys. Number 68 on the tackle, coming in at 5'11", 255.
Johnny Keith.
Senior.
That'll make it a 3rd and 5 for the Eagles.
Who else we got? Number 34. He's one of their, I think it's 34.
68.
68. That's who we just talked about. Johnny Keith. We'll call it 2 tight end set. Running back to the right side. It's going to be a pass play.
Oh.
It's your pre-snap, post-snap read there, every quarterback. He was open pre-snap. That post-snap, though, everything changes.
I don't think he saw that linebacker there. That was covering hook to curl.
Back receive.
That was a dangerous pass, though. If that linebacker made that catch, he had a lot of room.
No, it would have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
Punting once again is Adam Wiebemeyer, who did the kicking for us last week. Had 2 punts for 55 yards.
And this is something you don't want to have a snap over your head. Good
Great
snap.
Good drop. Gets the kick off. It's going to hit at the 45.
That ball
and
just dies.
To get to the Breese Central 47, where they will take over at their own 47-yard line. 1 minute, 53 seconds to go. I will go ahead and give a shout-out. We, of course, when you come to Breese, you got to stop at Wally's. And we stopped at Wally's today, and a parade come through. Congratulations to the Breese Central cheerleaders on getting 3rd place in state this year. Had a nice little parade go through for them, fire trucks, police cars, ambulances. So congratulations, Breese Central cheerleaders.
The burgers are good, though, aren't they? Oh, my.
Handoff to the right side of the big running back, and it's going to be good for 2 yards. We're going to say Poulter comes off first. And there's another, that's a lineman, you can tell by that. And we'll just call him a lineman.
Yeah, these white jerseys, hard to see with that blue lettering, especially when you got mud all over them. So
we'll call it number
bear with us
70 Easton
saying the names here.
Brings up a 2nd down and 8.5. Maybe 8 2/3. Sniffer back right, running back right. Play action to the right side. They like down the middle of the field to number 19, who's got number 2 Train beat. And it's dropped. 2 Train was beat on the play there by number 19, Seth Becker.
Looked like he just ran a straight vertical right across his face, and 2 Train really couldn't keep up with him. If it was a little shorter pass, he would have probably scored a touchdown there, but a little out of his reach. Brings up 3rd and about 8.
I'm starting to get that Clinton County perfume out here, I think. 3 men down for the Eagles, 3 linebackers, 3 defensive backs. Going to be a pass to the left side, going to be a slant, and it's going to be caught by number 2. But I don't think he got it. I think Dom stepped up and stopped him. Bring up a 4th down and 3. Great job by Dom stepping up and getting that slant.
And that's always a tough spot for a safety, too. Whenever you're about 12 to 15 yards off the ball, you got to come up and make plays quickly right whenever the receivers are coming off the line of scrimmage. So good play by Vegley to come up and make a play.
Mano a mano here. Looks like Central's missing a player. They are. Number 34 is coming on late. Everybody up to the line of scrimmage. Watch the football.
Oh.
A little bit of a twitch. Nothing though. 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Hey, timeout is called. 30 seconds to go. So
Let's take this opportunity.
Eagles got a big play here. 4th and 2. Keep bending, don't breaking.
Heard some Central fans over here thinking we crossed the line, but I think it was just a little flinch.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what we think up here, does it? So Columbia coming into this game 1-0 after a 47-0 win last week. Breese Central coming in after a 51-0 last week. All conference games this year, I believe, correct?
I believe so.
And then in 2022 season, the Cahokia Conference changes to a large, medium, and small division where it'll be Columbia, Breese, Central, well, they're the same. Breese Central, Freeburg, Salem, Roxana, East Alton, I believe.
Yep. And then the other ones with, is that the ones with, I don't even know who's on that other side.
Central coming out in a punt formation.
Oh, what?
They get the snap off. It doesn't look like anybody was ready for it, and he gets the kick. London's going to let that one fall, and he's usually pretty aggressive on those balls on the ground, but there was nothing going for that one.
And it's a little different here on this grass. Whenever that ball hits the ground, it just dies. On turf, it bounces a little bit. So that's where London can get a little bit of his space, and he likes to, whenever you see those punts just bouncing around, London likes to play with those defenders a little bit and act like he's not going to pick it up, and then sometimes he'll go pick it up and take it to the house. So this grass definitely makes a difference.
Colin McLaren comes back out onto the field. We've got a tight end and a sniffer back right, running back right. London out by himself, as well as Andrew Malding near side to us. Good snap to McLaren, who's looking for a deep ball down the right side. We're going to let it air out, and London Little's going to make an adjustment. He's going to make a move, and he's going to make himself another touchdown for the Eagles. Hey, what do? You get the ball in your playmaker's hands, don't you?
Coach Owner said, hey, we're getting the ball right here, and we're taking a shot.
We haven't taken a shot yet tonight. Look what happens. You get yourself an 85-yard touchdown.
I don't even think McLaren made a read there. I think he just caught the ball and said, London,
go get it.
Go get it.
So the 85-yard touchdown by London Little is his 4th of the season, I believe.
Yep.
That Columbia drive goes 85 yards in, we'll call it 12 seconds. Big snap here for the Eagles. PATs always are a big part of the game. Going to be a low snap. It's going to be picked up by Saigon, and he's just going to have to fire, and he's not getting anything. Who is our long snapper now? Do we know?
It's usually Kyle Jackson.
It's usually Kyle Jackson, okay.
Number 9, Marcus Price on the tackle.
That's a big thing. Kyle Jackson, he's pretty good because, like we said earlier, I want the ball at my chest.
Mm-hmm.
But now all of a sudden I need it about a foot off the ground. That's pretty tough.
Yeah, it's different. It's a lot different.
So now you got that backup center in there. If he's got to just get used to getting it up to the chest and be happy with that, then you got to throw out that long snap.
And like you said earlier, Kyle Jackson's been doing this since he was a sophomore. So he's got a little more time under his belt doing it on the varsity level.
So Columbia leads this one 6-0, 8.7 seconds remaining in the first quarter here in Breese Central on a chilly, we won't call it cold. This is like a week 8 feel, I feel like.
When we're usually playing Breese Central.
Yeah, this is a week 8. Got a little briskness in the air. We will see them in week 8, I believe, in the next couple months. Wiebemeyer set the kick once again. Only the second time we've seen him tonight. Last week at this time, he'd probably been out here 5 times. So he will send it right to left from the 40-yard line. A low kick to the left side. It's going to slowly roll, and Columbia can recover that and almost get down there, but it will be recovered by Central. Ooh. They will get like to about the 20-yard line. Coach calls out the face mask, and the white hat sees it.
Tackled by several Eagles on the play.
That ball was just sitting on the ground down there for a good 2 or 3 seconds.
Last week, Wibby had 7 kickoffs for 388 yards, which is a 55-yard average.
Face mask on the Eagles.
So whenever the opposing offense is starting at their 20, it's a huge, huge deal. But rather than starting at the 20-yard line, they will start at the 34-yard line with 2.6 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So one play, we will go to the second quarter. 3 men down, linebacker to the right side, running back's going to run it to the left side, and it will be a positive gain brought down by Dominic Vegley. That'll be the end of the first quarter, where the Columbia Eagles are leading 6-0. We will head to a break, and we will be back to Breese Central in a short minute. Welcome back to Breese Central, ladies and gentlemen. You know where we are. Where are you listening from tonight? Last week we had some South Carolinas, some Floridas all over town, and I know Aces Wild has the ball game streaming tonight, as we will every week be streaming up there. Let us know where you're coming from. Comment on any social media platform that Columbia has, and let us know where you're enjoying tonight's game from in the warmth, I'm assuming. Going to be a play action pass. It's going to be snipped out by the Eagles right away. They're going to shovel past to number 34. Big boy rumbling and tumbling. Going to be brought out of bounds by Wibby. That was just kind of a shove. I got to get rid of this ball.
That's kind of a Patrick Mahomes type of play.
Yeah.
No, great job there by the quarterback to, when he felt pressure, he scrambled out of it. Something you didn't see a lot of Jared Goff with the Rams. But got out of the pressure there and flipped it to his wide receiver for a first down.
Number 34 there, he's a sophomore, 6'1", 285. He's the fullback, He's the tight end, he's the defensive tackle. Going to be a handoff up the middle once again. They're going to bend it to the left side, and it's going to be sniffed out, and great job London Little staying home at that defensive back position.
Carried by
London has always been great at open field tackling and does a great job of settling on his feet, breaking down and making tackles.
The University of Wisconsin Oshkosh commit, I believe he signed already too.
Track and field and football?
And football, both of them. He doesn't have to worry if he misses a tackle. Typically he's going to run them down. So. Going to be a handoff from right to left. Going to be brought down by number 12, Dominic Vegley, and number 28, London Little. Not until about 4-yard gain there on the play. Bring up a 3rd down and 3. What are you going to call here, Jared?
Thinking a little play action pass here, but I'm definitely blitzing. They've been running, it seems like they've been running outside. We're seeing a lot of our safeties and cornerbacks getting a lot of tackles here, so they're staying away from our inside guys.
Going to be a handoff to the right side.
As they run inside.
Good for a first down.
Carried by number 20.
On these plays, whenever they got just short yardage, they bring in number 3, who's a sophomore, 5'10", 145. Comes in. He looks like he's got a jersey that a 290-pound player would be wearing. But on them, he's not a big guy. But when he goes out there on them short yards, they get the first down. He's moving somebody out of the way.
And right as I say they've been running outside, they run straight up the middle and get a first down. It's just my luck of commentating.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. They're going to pitch it to the left side. Going to be that great quarterback pass. Dominic Vegley wasn't fooled on the play. Neither were any of the other Eagles. Dom's in on the play. Another big guy coming off the bottom late. Is that number 63? 65, Owen Brewer.
No gain on the play.
That right tackle position, or right end position, rather. Going Coach G screaming from about 50 yards away. Hear him loud and clear, Alabama. Single back to the right side, going to be a handoff. They're going to bend it to the left. Going to be sniffed out right away by Adam Wiebemeyer in on the tackle. Gain of nothing, loss of 1.
That's some Coach G enforces on his what we like to call animals, but on our outside linebackers to force everything back inside. Like I said last week, those linebackers are supposed to force everything back inside so the other teammates can come help and try and make plays. And that's what Adam Wiebemeyer did there and did a great job of it.
Number 2 coming on the field, Shane Becker, 2-year starter. Had some good stats last year. Doubles to the right side, sniffer to the right side, pass, looking left, but throws right, and it's going to be over the head, and that is a horrible penalty.
Uncatchable.
I don't think
uncatchable.
I don't think a 6'4" guy is going to catch that ball.
Yeah, and he was throwing it to number 2, who's only, what's he listed as on there?
Number 2?
Yeah.
Shane Becker, 5'9", 160.
And that looked like it was thrown to a 7-footer.
Yeah. So you get 3rd down and 11 and a penalty. Keep it clean. We talked about it. Could have got your offense on the field, but the penalty will be a 1st down.
1st down.
I don't know about that one.
1st and 10 for the
Tough penalty there, but doesn't matter what we think. So that'll bring up a 1st down and 10 for the Cougars from the Eagles' 26-yard line. Sniffer back to the left, tight end to the left, gonna run it to the left. Dominic Vagley steps up once again, as does Adam Wiebemeyer. Gonna be a gain of 3 on the play. Dominique.
Dominique. And that's something big that we've seen over the years of Coach Tremaine's defenses, having cornerbacks and safeties that are very physical that can come up and make tackles, and that can be really big for a defense.
Brings up a 2nd down and 6. Single back to the right side, sniffer right, tight end right, hand the ball off. They're going to go right to left where they find a hole. Ooh. Dominic Vagley laying the wood.
Dominique
Vagley there with Oliver Schrader. Going to bring up 3rd down in inches. Dom and Poulter, I think, got to be leading the night in tackles.
Cougars from the Eagles 16-yard line.
7:50 remaining in the first half. Columbia leads it 6-0 from Breese Central. Hand the ball off right side, and they're not going to get much. They got it. Gain of 1. Going to bring a 1st down for the Central Cougars.
They even said flock of eagles. Did you hear that?
I thought that was just the Stony thing.
Down, Cougars!
They are going to give it to him.
Central moving the ball once again. They've moved the ball pretty well on us all night tonight. We've got a listener from Fort Myers, Florida. Check another state off the list.
My cousins are listening from Colorado as well, so there's another one.
East Coast to West Coast. Going to be a play action look to the left side. It's going to be that screenplay once again to number 34. And he's going to gain a couple. There's nobody out in the flat right there for the Eagles defense.
Yeah, Vagley was a safety there that had to come up and make a tackle before he could have walked into the end zone. And good job of going low there, because that fullback was running with a head full of steam, and a sophomore like Vagley, who's not very big, and he's also one of your quarterbacks. You don't want him coming up and trying to lay the wood on anybody. So great job to go low and make a shoestring tackle.
Ball on the Eagles' 8-yard line. Running back right, tight end right, sniffer right, hand off to the right. They're going to follow his lead blockers. He's going to try to make something out of nothing, and he's going to make something into a touchdown for the Cougars.
That was a good, well put together drive there by Breese. Got bailed out on a pass interference call on that. Was that 3rd down? I think it was 3rd and 11 on that.
11, yeah, and they turned it into a touchdown now. Good call there, Jared. Gavin Watts.
It's a big play.
Last week, 14 attempts, 77 yards.
Looks like number 2, the receiver, is also their kicker.
Shane Becker, the senior, on the kick. Low snap, and he's
Low, it's to the right.
Not going to get it off.
Point is blocked.
Tie game.
It's huge.
We've got a tie ball game.
So, something that we didn't mention, Coach Kendall and his special teams had the opening kickoff last week, goes for a touchdown, and about fell off my stool here. Where were we? Opening kickoff goes back for a touchdown. The punt, I believe we had a touchdown too, correct?
Did we?
No, he did not. London recovered the punt and got down to like the 5.
Yeah.
And got tripped up last second.
Only missed one or two PATs last week. Obviously we missed one earlier whenever the snap wasn't the greatest. But yeah, Coach Kendall should definitely be happy with the way his special teams has been playing. Adam Wiebemeyer does have a boot on him, so anytime, like we saw last week, he had about 4 or 5 touchbacks, which is great for a defense. Whenever you can have the ball starting at the 20-yard line, that is huge for a defense. So definitely a great job by Wiebemeyer for the kicking this year, and Coach Kendall getting them all ready to go.
So they will be kicking into the wind. There's not much of a breeze, just enough to get the flags moving. Heavy on this left side. They're kicking from the right side, and they're kicking away from London Little, but it will be caught by Kyle McConaughey, I believe. I can't see his numbers.
Yep.
He's going to go up the middle. He's going to make a spin move, not get away from anybody, but Columbia will start at the 26, 27-yard line, so not too bad a starting position there.
Tackled by number 18, Justin Walsh.
I think Central saw last week to not kick at the 28.
Yeah. I don't know if he'll get another one this year.
No.
For first and 10 on their own 27.
First touch of the year, he took it to the house. Second touch of the year, he took it to the house.
So the Columbia offense will take over. Colin McLaren, the 11 for 11, 93 yards.
Perfect passer rating.
Perfect passer rating of 180. In a quarterback. He's got a pistol back in McConaughey. Doubles to the right side, sending a man in motions a sniffer back. He's going to hand the ball off up the middle. They're going to get to the line of scrimmage and nothing else. Looks like number 63 for the Eagles there, Grant Matheny. I don't know if he missed somebody or what, but we saw his numbers right away. He was looking back at the line, or at the running back.
If you look at our right, it looks like our right guard. You can't even see their number with all the amount of mud that is covered on these jerseys right now, and we're not even at halftime yet.
6 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 running backs set for the Eagles. They're going to hand it off.
He pulls it.
Nope, he's going to pull it. Great call by Colin McLaren there. Everybody flowing to the right side, and that's what that quarterback has the option of doing if he wants to pull it or hand it off.
Did you ever pull it like that, Alex?
I did. I had a couple plays where the officials blew the whistle and I was still running. I had the ball down the sideline. Now, granted, I wasn't running very far. I wasn't going too fast.
No, I bet you were taking it to the house, weren't you?
No, not too many house calls. Mike Kelly, Mizzou Tigers, to the house.
To the house.
Doubles to the right side, doubles to the left side. Running back left is McConaughey. 3rd down and 7. Gonna look to the left side. Now we're gonna look across the middle. He's got London across the middle on a slant. Great catch.
Great
First
adjustment.
down, gain of 20. Keep him moving.
Put it anywhere in his region, and he's probably gonna make a catch. Made a great adjustment. The ball was thrown behind him. He had to change his whole body around and put both of his arms behind his head.
First down for the Eagles.
Make a great catch.
From their own 48-yard line.
I believe it's number 73 for the Eagles coming onto the field. Oh, Tom Koningstein? I might have butchered that. I don't know. Coming in, he's going to be the new right tackle. We've got quads to the right side, no running backs, sniffer back to the right. London's going to fake the bubble route, and it's going to be to Wiebemeyer. He's going to get behind his lineman.
There you go.
He's got a little bit of room to run. He's got 10 yards. He's got a first down. Great play. I like that.
Something that's big there, you had London running the little bubble route, and that gives a lot of, what is the word I'm looking for?
Options.
Not options. London has a lot of eyes on him, I should say, and putting him out here in space where it looks like he's going to get the ball out in open space and then throwing a little screen pass right in front of London to Wiebemeyer.
He's a distraction.
Coming the other way.
He's a distraction.
There you go.
That. And that's a
decoy.
Yeah, decoy. Even better. Now look at us. Split out to the left. London sniffer back to the right. I'm going to say he's going to go in motion here. Nope, doesn't go in motion. It's going to be a fake.
Bootleg.
It's going to be a
He's got
bootleg. It's going to be a catch for the Eagles. It's going to be good for a first down. Wait until we can see a number.
He got hit right in the knee.
Musselman on the tackle.
I could tell he took a shot there.
Will be a slow Eagle getting up on the play. Will be good for a first down.
Is that Missler? 88?
88 Missler, yep. That's one of those, everybody hears that big pop. and
Right
they
on a
think, "Man."
kneecap, too.
Well, everybody hears that big pop and they think, damn, that's a hard hit.
Yeah.
No, that's pad on pad.
Yeah.
When you hear that thud,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Yeah.
We heard a little bit of a thud there.
Beating up for Eagle first down, 1st and 10.
Definitely
job,
definitely getting scared seeing like hyperextensions of knees and stuff like that. So
Great job getting the first down.
good to see him walk off in his own power though.
He goes off with trainer James Seppage. Doubles to the right.
Picks up a first down though.
Yep. Sniffer back left. Ball on the Cougars' 31-yard line. McConaughey, the man in motion. We're just going to throw it out to him on a quick little slant. It's going to be out in the flats. He's going to be good for 8 yards. Nothing fancy on that play. Make a stalk block and let him run.
Little flare screen there to McConaughey. Did he send him in motion before?
I don't know.
I didn't see if he did. Usually back in the day we had send them in motion to see if anybody will flare out with him. And if not, toss the ball over to him, get some yards. That's what we did there. Got about 7 or 8 yards. You take a shot to the end zone here? Second and
2, I think
yeah,
you do.
Yeah.
2nd and 2.
Looks like London's in the backfield as well.
2 running backs for the Eagles. They're going to hand it off to London.
Someone missed an outside block there.
Yep, left tackle missed his block there. Probably could have been pulled there, but needless to say, loss of 4 for the Eagles.
Tackle by number 3.
Now, don't do anything stupid here. You're in field goal range, I believe. Going to be a long field goal, but don't do
take a
anything-
sack.
Yeah,
Don't-
do
don't-
anything
yep,
stupid here.
no
Just give
penalties.
yourself an option. Try to get a couple yards. We're at 3rd and 6 right now. Maybe
Making a
gonna try
manageable fourth down.
Try a hard count here, and that's what they do. Central doesn't move. Doubles on the play. They move McConaughey from left to right. As the
London
running
right down the
back.
middle of the field right now.
It's going to be a rollout to the right side. We're going to
screen
go back
pass.
across the green. It's going to be picked off by the Cougars. Great job by staying home by that Central defensive end.
Pass picked off by number 3, Chase Blumenstein.
And that's something that's hard for the quarterback to see because whenever you run those screen passes, you're rolling out to one side and all those linemen are coming right at you and you got to throw over all of those linemen. So he probably couldn't see that number 3 linebacker that was staying home on the opposite side and stayed home with the running back and made a play there.
So Columbia drives but doesn't get anything out of it. So Central will take over. A little bit more momentum on this side. 2 running backs in the backfield. They're going to fake the both of them. Going to be a pass down the middle of the field. It's going to go in between 2 players of the Eagles and could have been intercepted once again.
Sorry for my reactions. Every time the ball's in the air, my hands clench.
Dom was there as well as Aaron Two-Train on the play. Could have been picked, but he falls incomplete.
How about that? You said nothing stupid here.
Yeah, stupid.
We throw a screen pass back.
Going to be a pass to the left side for Central. They're going to try to cut it back up the field. They're going to gain 1, and that's it.
By Becker on
Them pants are almost brown now. Them pants are almost brown now on the Eagle side. If you look back here at Vaguely, he looks like he's wearing brown pants.
1 minute, 50 seconds to go. If you get a stop here and it's a run play, you got to call a timeout, right?
Yep. Get the ball back, maybe get a quick score. Oh.
Another offsides by the Eagles.
flag on the play, offside on the Eagles.
You can hear Coach Baker and Coach Stump up there smack their hand on the table. You went from a 3rd and 8 to a 3rd and 3.
And that's something we put some emphasis on in our pregame show, saying we got to keep it clean, no penalties. It wasn't too bad last week. Thought we'd clean it up a little bit this week, but
Make a stop now. They're going to run the ball up the middle. He's going to dance around, wait for a hole. He gets a hole. He's going to get a first down.
Carry.
Looks like Price on the carry.
Little on the tackle. That's
So it brings up a first down and 10. Central moving with a little bit of urgency here.
Clock is ticking.
Clock ticking, 1 minute 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Sniffer back right. There's a tight end over there, running back to the left. They're going to hand the ball off to the right side.
Nice
And it's a
play.
great job by number 22. Schrader on the play. He didn't let anything happen.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, those outside linebackers, they got to force it outside or force it back inside. So whenever they get vertical and run straight down the line, they can see where that running back is, force it back inside like Schrader did there. He almost beat him to the spot.
So now on defense, don't do anything stupid. You get the ball to start the second half. Don't give up a late touchdown that's cheap.
Nothing over your head. Nothing over your
safeties
head.
for the Eagles there, and it's going to be a screen pass, and it's going to be fumbled on the play, but recovered by Central. I'm going to go ahead and assume, as I hear Coach Baker saying, no, and his headset up above us here. Do you think Coach Warner's saying, do I call timeout? Do I call timeout?
Yeah, I guarantee it. He's always looking to put points up on the board.
Oh, absolutely. But I think you just got to go in the second half. Don't do anything stupid. You get the ball back. Go in tied 6-6.
Looks like that's what Central's going to do also.
And I think that is what Central is going to do. Final 10 seconds are ticking off here in Breese Central as the Eagles are taking on the Cougars in a Week 2 matchup of the Cahokia Conference.
Timeout, Cougars.
With 0.8 seconds left,
0.8 seconds left.
Central is going to call timeout.
Was the clock going to expire? Or was there a play clock going to expire?
I don't think so.
I'm ready to send it to halftime. And Mr. T, Nick, were you ready for halftime? I don't think he likes us talking to him. I think he'd rather us just act like he's not even here. So we'll have one more play. Watch, they're going to come out and knee it.
That's something I do in Madden all the time. If I'm playing an online game, I'm up by about 40 or 50 points.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, or I'll just run a Hail Marys for the last 4 or 5 plays of the game.
Watch out for a trick play, something goofy here.
Fake kneel.
Yeah. You're not going to
Hide the midget?
You're not going to hide any or give away anything. Right?
Call timeout with not even a second on the board.
So trips to the left side. They're going to pitch it to the left. It's just going to be a run. Number 34 lead blocking, and it's going to be good for about 4 yards. A lot of confusion on that last call. So now we will send it to halftime. Eagles and Cougars tied 6-6 from Breese Central. We will be back with a halftime show after this.
You are watching Columbia Eagles Football Live. Columbia High School and the Athletic Department would like to thank all of our sponsors for their generosity. When going out, more so than ever, please consider shopping local and supporting the businesses that have supported us. Get ready, Eagles fans. It's that time we've been waiting for. It's Eagle football time.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Breese Central, where the Eagles and the Cougars are tied in a close one, 6-6 in this Week 2 battle of the Cahokia Conference. Alex Schlemmer and Jared Germain again for the 4th year in a row, Week 2. Jared, that first half, we expected a low-scoring game. I said 27-21. You said 20-13. So we expected, you're right on track, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, pretty close.
We expected it to be a little bit low-scoring with the field conditions, as they have worsened since the start of the game. But you know, all in all, Columbia moved the ball, hurt themselves with penalties, and defensively were making some stops, and another penalty got them ended up scoring a touchdown for Breese.
Yeah, definitely. We've had some good drives tonight. Colin McLaren threw a interception that was pretty costly when we had the ball down here around the 15-yard line. Then we got a penalty that pushed us back a little bit, and then we threw that interception on that little screen pass that we had, which then they came down the field, and we got a pass interference call, like you said, on that 3rd and 11, which was a huge turning point of the first half, because then later on that drive they went down and ran in a 6-yard touchdown. So definitely been an entertaining first half, and Central is definitely looking to keep the ball out of Columbia's hands, as they have been running the ball a ton. A lot of play action plays that you've seen, and Columbia defense just needs to be ready, and especially up front.
I think Columbia offense, they need to do a better job too of keeping the Breeze offense off the field. Yeah. We're always so worried about, what are the other teams going to do to keep our offense off the field?
You're going to worry about yourself.
We need to keep our offense on the field right now. Eagles looks like they're making their way back from about the 3.5-mile walk to the school. And the one thing Coach Germain always talks about is the walk back. In this week's Coach's Corner, we did talk to Coach Germain. He started back in 1998. It's his 23rd season coaching, and he is the defensive coordinator and linebackers coach. And whenever he's in the classroom, he's in the weight room. His hobbies include spending time with his family, watching the NFL, hockey, and college basketball. Huge
sports guy.
Sports fan in general. His prep before a game, he tries to find the 3 plays that the offense runs the best and take it away from them, whether that's keying in on a player or what it may be. Superstitions before the game. This is a goofy one that I never would have expected out of him. He's got to take a shower after team meal. Heads back to Coach Horner's office and gets a shower in real quick. His favorite win as a coach, Greenville semifinal back in 2007. His favorite thing about coaching might be after the kids that I coach come back a year or 2 later and tell me the impact that I had on them in their seasons with us. Also seeing the excitement that football brings to the community, and Columbia has a pretty good community when it comes to that. Our first of 4 seniors we talk about tonight is Adam Wiebemeyer. He's been playing football for 4 years in high school. His 2 goals for the team: play to the best of our abilities, go all out. His personal goals: all conference, and be the best player that he can be. After high school, he plans to go to Swick to play baseball, where he is already signed. His hobbies include hanging out with friends, playing sports, and every kid these days playing video games. Prep before a game, watch his position on offense and defense, and look for the tendencies of the other team. Superstitions, doesn't really have any, except roll out and make sure my body is stretched and ready to go. Favorite memory at CHS football, playing on the 11-1 team last season. Our next one is defensive back and wide receiver Andrew Malding. Been playing for 4 years. 2 team goals, finish above 500, and beat Breese. Personal goals, make up for the lost time while he was injured last year, and be a leader on the defensive side of the football. Plans after high school, study finance or econ at a 4-year university. His hobbies include watching sports with friends and golfing. Prep before a game, he looks at the other team's tendencies in the passing game as a defensive back. Superstitions, I usually get to the locker room pretty early and listen to the Beastie Boys to get ready. His favorite memory at CHS, beating Freeburg in the playoffs his sophomore year. Maximus Soris is a senior in high school, been playing football for 5 years. 2 team goals, go undefeated, and everybody gets playing time. 2 personal goals, score a touchdown, and bench 155. After high school, he goes to study international relations and European affairs at the American College of Greece. His hobbies include fishing, cooking, and reading. Prep before a game, he likes to look and see how to better himself and adapt to the next team that they play. Superstitions include listening to classical music and focus on the games. His favorite memory, freshman year Spirit Week. And finally, senior London Little has been playing football for 13 years. He hopes that everybody gets playing time and he goes undefeated. He would like to increase his strength and his speed. After high school, he wants to continue his football and track career and academic career at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. His hobbies, gaming, flipping, which we've seen a lot, playing sports, and something with cars. Admiring cars. Handwriting. Prep before a game. He likes to watch who he's matching up against on the offense and defensive side of the ball. Superstitions, nothing crazy. He just likes to listen to music. And his favorite memory, starting slot receiver and corner his sophomore season. So that is 4 more seniors in this week's Senior Spotlight, and Coach Germain in this week's Coaching Corner. Coach G's got 24 more minutes. He's got to keep Central to 1 point less than what we got. What do you think he's going to do? What did they tell the team there in that halftime, Jared?
I think he just said got to be ready up front. They've been running the ball a lot. Going to probably see a lot more blitzes from Coach G, see a lot more linebacker blitzes, maybe a couple corner blitzes from London Little to get more speed back there and make a good pursuit on the quarterback. Because his quarterback, whenever he gets out in open space, he can make plays, throw the ball down the field, or even take it off for himself. So definitely be ready for that.
McConaughey and Little just switched as the kicker knew where he was going, and look who's there, London Little. He's going to get behind McConaughey, who's going to step up, try to make a block. He's going to get up the middle. He's going to bend it to the right side, and he's got some speed, and he's got a corner, and he's going to get up to the 50-yard line. Great call there. I'm going to assume by Coach Kendall, put him in the middle and just flip-flop, get the ball in your playmaker's hands.
That's something you're probably going to look to see a lot here in the second half, too, if you can get the ball in 28's hands, 21's hands, which is McConaughey and London Little. A lot of good things can happen.
Really only took one shot in that first half, and that ended up in an 85-yard touchdown pass to London on the right side at the end of the first quarter, I believe. It was a drive with 85 yards, one play in about 12 seconds. So I'd like to see the Eagles take a couple more chances. Senior Colin McLaren, quarterback. To his left is running back Kyle McConaughey. We're going to send a man in motion. Looks to be London. It's going to be a run play to the right side. Going to be a gain of about 7. Somebody got lit up, it looked like, on that right side, or they went flying by the
good
play.
block. I don't know who's blocking over there on that right side, stock blocking, but it looks like Adam Wiebemeyer was out there making a good stock block.
Tackled by number 20, Zach Malcolm.
Stock blocking's hard, Alex. You ever been out there trying to stock block?
No.
It's hard out there.
For the Eagles from the Cougar, 40.
Yeah, when did you ever have to block?
Rarely. 2nd and 4 for the Eagles, just on the Cougar side of the field. Going to be a low snap, going to be picked up by McLaren. Going to hand the ball off, and it's going to be a loss of 1 on the play, as a Central defensive lineman was in the backfield right away.
Tackled by Chase Blumenstein.
Coach Horner not too happy on that play as McLaren goes over. We're going to bring Two Train and Malding onto the field. Going to be trips to the right side, running back to the left. We're going to go trips into the boundary.
A little bit more speed.
6.
A little bit more speed out here on the right side too.
Malding's going to be on the left side by himself. McLaren looks to the right side. Quick pass play.
Malding.
Great job.
He got it. That should be
I think that's a first down. It's a pretty tough spot there by the official. That's not a very good spot. I thought he had a foot or a yard past the
Looks like there's
sticks.
a flag they threw after the play. Looks like London did get to the sticks though on that. Did a good job of knowing where he was at on the field.
Face mask
sticks
on the defense. So that'd be a 15-yard penalty, correct? Or a 5? Just a 5 yard. So, first down for the Eagles. London Little gets to the sticks and then some. And then the 5 yards on top of that for an Eagles first down into Cougars territory. Ball on the central 34-yard line. Trips to the left side. Ball on the right hash.
London, the single receiver on the right side.
Central has 3 down linemen. Great protection by the Eagles.
He's got him burned.
He got him beat on the right side and overthrown.
Pass incomplete.
And a penalty flag on that right side.
You're going to call a hole over there on the cornerback?
On the play.
I seen that coming from a mile away. I saw London over there by himself with the corner playing man-to-man, and the safety was kind of playing over the top. Did a good hitch and go route.
That's something that Collins got to be aware of too. You got that that safety playing over the top. You may not get air underneath that ball.
Yeah,
you might have to throw it on the line.
Yeah.
Holding on the defense.
That'll be a first down for the Eagles.
And you know what? That's not a bad penalty if you're Central. I mean, yeah, you give up a couple yards, but you don't give up any points. So
Yeah, rather that than scoring a touchdown there, because London's definitely the ball. What am I trying to say here? The hold maybe caused him to not be able to catch the ball. So
trips left, going to be a pass play to the right side, going to be caught. He's going to get behind McConaughey, who's stalk blocking on the right side. And it's going to be good for about 9, maybe 10 yards. Going to be close to another Eagles first down.
Get the ball in 28 hands. A lot of good things can happen, as you're seeing on this drive here.
Shane Becker.
2 Train going off. Missler coming on. He was shaken up earlier in the game, but just the way he ran on there, he looked all right. Second down and 1. Ball on the Cougars 16-yard line, sorry. I missed 10 yards. Doubles to the left side, sniffer back right, running back right. Going to be a handoff. They're going to try to bend it to the right side, but it will be a loss of 1. Great job by the Central defensive lineman and linebacker stepping up and making that tackle.
Kyle McConaughey tackled by Braden Renzi and Chase Blumenthal.
Well, we got about a 3rd and 3 here. 2.5, 3 yards.
Making a 3rd and 1 for the Eagles. From the Cougar, 15-yard line.
Central showed that they are pretty disciplined. We tried doing a couple of hard counts. They didn't even budge on the 2 that we tried earlier.
And we've probably jumped, I think we've jumped twice this game.
2 or 3 times, yeah. 12 seconds remaining on the play clock. Doubles to the left, sniffer back left, running back right. Going to be a low snap, going to be picked up, going to be pulled by McLaren. Great play. And he's going to get up 2, maybe 3 yards. And a first down. Great pull by McCollin there.
Yeah, McConaughey looked like if the ball was handed off to him there, he would not have had that first down because he was already getting tackled and had 2 or 3 players already on him. So great job by McLaren to pull the ball and get to the first down.
That low snap kind of screwed the play up.
Yeah, it did.
But then it made a pretty easy call there for McLaren to pull it.
It's a big possession here.
8 minutes.
Now if you score here, you go for 2?
I don't know. I think I go for 1.
Yeah.
You need the points when you can get them. 2 running backs in the backfield for the Eagles. Sniffer back to the left. Going to be a handoff to number 21, Kyle McConaughey, who's going to be grabbed right away. He's going to get maybe 1. That is going to set up, though. London comes off to the left side. Didn't really look like anybody followed him.
Yeah, so if you're on that same play, something like that again, they can come back. Yep. Coach Horner definitely knows that. Come back to that later on.
That might be one of those calls that he makes a call and he radios up here to Coach Baker and says, hey, don't watch the play. Watch what this linebacker does on this play so I know in the future. 2 running back set. 2 single receivers, sniffer back to the right, 3 down linemen. Going to be a handoff to London. He's going to run to the right side. He's got a great block. He makes 2 men miss. He makes it to the end zone, and that's a touchdown for the Eagles.
Made a nice hurdle there over 2 or 3 guys that were stumbled on the ground. Wow, what a play. That was a little like Christian McCaffrey-like there by London Little. Around the right side and jump in the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
What do we got here? Looks like we got heavy. Heavy. Eagles will go for 2.
Yeah, so big.
Doubles to the left side. Coach Horner
Eagles.
wanted to go for 2. Coach Horner wanted to go for 2. Pretty animated. Somebody didn't line up the right way.
You think it's a good choice here to go for 2?
You know, if he converts it, I'm going to say it's a great choice. If he doesn't convert it, I'm going to say it's a terrible choice.
Yeah.
But you got to get the points. But at the same token, do you just take the PAT and then you force them to have to make their PAT as well? Columbia fans on the far side, limited to 2 per player. And if you had your vaccination card, you are allowed to come in. So not a bad little crowd over there for
a lot of people over there on the fence. A lot more, probably a lot more seniors and juniors that made the trip.
That's what Columbia is known for, is just standing on the fence.
Yeah.
We have a perfectly good set of bleachers.
Yeah.
We got that fence full.
And this grass, it's green from the 20-yard line and in on both sides, and then inside it is just brown as can be.
So, Eagles go as a huddle.
Oh, looks like we had a...
And we screwed it up again. Now I think we got to go for the PAT. Maybe? You know what? Hey, it opens up a little bit more field for you.
Yeah, it does.
So, once again, we tried to do something fancy. Now we're just going to go back to our basic stuff here. We're going to go trips to the left side. Running back right, McLaren in at quarterback. Single receiver to the right side, looks to be London Little. Going to roll out to the right side. London's got the pylon. Collins going to have to scramble, throws it to the back of the end zone. Let your player make a play. Did he come down with it? No, he did not.
Out of bounds.
Makes the one-handed snag. Can't get a foot down in bounds. So the 2-point conversion is failed.
It's incomplete.
See, now you're in that dilemma to where they score a touchdown, it's already tied up.
Not a bad drive there for the Eagles, though, going about 4 minutes and 44 seconds.
Yeah, went the length of the field, too.
I think we started at the 50.
Oh, we did?
Well, half the length. We were close.
I felt like a long drive, though. We ran the ball a lot.
So Columbia now leads it over the Cougars 12-6.
Oh, yeah, London had that return back to the 50. Looks like Central has maybe a camo night going, and there's a couple people with camo on over there, but
I think
can't
that's
really
just
tell.
their attire up here. With the natural perfume.
Yeah, when you look at these jerseys right here, you can't even see these numbers really from the front.
Kicking for the Eagles.
So Wiebe's going to kick it once again for us. Going to be kicking into his face still from right to left. Haven't had anybody kick with the wind of their back yet. Central has 2 men fairly deep, and that's where Wiebe is going to kick it. And it will be caught. They're going to go with the reverse again. Now this time it is a reverse. It's going to come closest to us. Going to be handed to the 30. I'm going to say that's number 22.
Tackled by number 22.
Schrader. I just wanted to see if he was going to say it too.
Schrader.
The Cougars take over 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line.
So the Cougars will take over on their own 30-yard line. 7 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in this Week 2 matchup of the 2 1-0 teams in the Coca Conference. Sniffer to the left, running back as a pistol back, runs it left, got a hole, got 7-8 yards.
Ref almost makes a block.
Ref makes a block.
Ref almost made a block.
A Columbia player slow to get up, and now the official will
Gain of 9 will make it a
call out the trainer, James Seppage, who gets out.
39-yard line.
Who gets out to the field, and I don't know, is that number 88? I don't even want to say that. I can't tell you who it is.
Yeah, I can't tell the number either with all that mud on the jerseys.
So it's a gain of 9.5. Brink down a 2nd and 1. I like James letting him walk off on his own power there.
A couple players having some stingers tonight. I've had 2 or 3 of them walk off under their own power. Hopefully see them back out on the field.
Number 14, Colin Saigon, comes into the game now as a linebacker. We tight end to the right side, going to be a bad snap, going to be picked up by the quarterback, a botched play, and he's going to get a couple, but the yellow handkerchief comes flying out.
On the carry, tackled by several Eagles.
We're going to have a face mask or a holding.
On the play.
Officials getting together trying to figure out which direction they're going to go. It's going to be a hold on the Cougars. They're going to be able to loss at 10 on the play, I believe, right?
I believe so.
From the spot of the foul, so going to bring up about a 2nd and 6, maybe 8.
From the amount of different rules from high school to college to NFL, it's
you never know.
So confusing sometimes.
So it is going to be a 2nd down and 6, holding on the Cougars. The Eagles got 4 men up on the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a handoff to the right side. Running back has a lot of patience to find a hole.
Tackled by several Eagles.
Brought down by a bunch of Eagles. A penalty flag in the backfield in the vicinity where a hold would take place. And the official motions over to the Columbia sideline that it's going to be a hold. Coach G doesn't even say anything. He just pushes his hand backwards. So it'll be a 2nd down again.
Holding on the Cougars.
Central's coach asking for which number. Bring up a 2nd down and 14. Columbia's going to have 3 down linemen. They're sending a linebacker up who we can pretty much call a defensive end, but doesn't put his hand in the ground. Going to be a pitch to the left side. Got the corner, got a couple stalk blockers, got about 6 yards.
Carried by number 23, Gavin Watt.
Who's going to make the tackle? I have no idea. Dom, I can tell by Dom's pink gloves, and I believe that's London over on that side too.
Yeah, I can't tell the numbers anymore.
Yeah. I got 2 train over here.
2 train, yeah.
I got 2 train over here.
They haven't been picking on him too much.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6. Watch the ball. They don't even fake it. That's all right. Play action pass. Getting chased from behind. And it's going to be a sack by the Eagles. Great call, Coach Germain, to get the sack and a big 3rd down and 6.
Had 2 or 3 guys coming around from that back side that was really tough for the left tackle and the sniffer back on the left side to block. They were coming with a full head of steam. Quarterback tried to take off and couldn't go anywhere.
It's a great first drive by the Eagles offense getting in the end zone. A great first drive for the defense as well.
Now as long as you get the ball here, London doesn't turn it over. No fumbles, get the ball, waste that clock, have a good drive, cap another score.
4:50 remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's going to be a rugby-style punt to the right side to London Little, who's going to let it bounce down to the 33.5, we'll call it, where the Eagles offense will take over.
4-yard line.
Eagles offense will come back, as will we, as we send it to a break. And a word from our customers. Welcome back to Breese Central, where the Eagles and the Cougars are in a close one, 12-6, with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this matchup. We've got a sniffer back left, 2 running backs. Colin McLaren in at quarterback. Sends a man in motion. Going to be a snap, going to be a handoff to McConaughey to the right side. McLaren following him. He's going to want to block with him. Going to be a gain of 5, and McConaughey there didn't go down too easily there.
Yeah, like you said, McLaren, right after he handed it off, he just started taking off, trying to get in front of McConaughey to be like a lead blocker, like Alex Schlemmer used to do back in the day.
Alex Schlemmer did not do that. He ran the other way.
Who were your running backs? Did you have Charles Ferris?
I had Charles and Justin Andersek my senior year.
You had a power back and a speed back.
Yeah, and Mark Sellers and Charles Ferris my junior year. And then when I was a sophomore, it was Clayton Ravel and Bridie. So every year it was a power back and a speed back.
Yeah.
And then if you go freshman
That's
year,
how it almost seems every year, though. We always seem to have a power back and 1 or 2 speedy guys.
So a question for you, Mr. Germain. Earlier tonight, you said that you loved the idea of being outside, and I said, hey, whenever that sun goes down, I'm going to ask you about it again. And about the middle of the third quarter, we're a little past midway in the third quarter, you just said you can't feel your hands, you got your hood up, you're moving around a lot. You still like being outside, or you want to be back at home?
Being home is nice, but, I mean, this outside weather is nice. I'm just glad it ain't raining, because that would be a lot worse. But I think we're doing all right. Being outside isn't too bad, just my hands are a little frozen.
Well, Central sideline over here is nothing but mud. Look over at Columbia sideline. Doesn't look too much better. At least Central over here, they got a little bit of rubber down that they can stand on. Something that Columbia doesn't even have to worry about anymore. We used to have that mat, that blue mat on the side, kind of save the grass and everything.
Until we got that turf.
Got the turf back in the 2012 season was the first year for the turf.
Dang, we've almost had that for 10 years now.
So Columbia will take over, this will be 2nd down and 4 from their own 40-yard line. 3 minutes, 52 seconds remaining. We're going to go doubles, empty backfield. Send a man in motion is London Little. It's going to be a pitch to London. He's going to run to the right side. He's got speed. He's got blockers. He's got a full head of steam, and he's got himself 15 yards.
He can hit that hole so quick. Whenever he gets that ball in his hands, it's something special, because right whenever he turns around that edge, it could be daylight, and it could be scary hours for any defense trying to stop London Little.
We talked today about his interception he had against Mascuda last year. It was like he was 30 yards down the field and still gaining speed on everybody. He was gaining ground, that's for sure.
Yeah, and he probably ran 400 yards worth on that one interception return, zigzagging back and forth across the field.
Yeah, he's got another level when he's out in the open. Columbia slowing it down here, taking an inside 10 seconds on the play clock. We're going to run the same play once again. Nope, it's going to be kept this time by McLaren, who gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
On the carry, tackled by
Good pursuit by the Cougars. Defense there.
Looked like no gain for McLaren on the keeper there.
2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
And I like what Coach Horner's doing here. He's kind of calming the game down a little bit. He's got a 6-point lead. Taking his time, calling in the plays. Colin McLaren's doing a great job of maintaining the play clock and staying hike around 5 to 6 seconds.
Well, you better hurry up. He's got 6 seconds right now. You better get set, and we do. Doubles running back to the right side. He's going to look to the right, scramble a little bit. He's going to look down the middle of the field, and it's going to be dropped by Wibby, who is wide open.
We have a flag.
But there is a flag on the play. Going to be in the area of a hold. And that is the call. And a Central crowd. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 5. No, I'm sorry, they declined it.
The Cougars
3rd and 10.
Penalty.
So to bring up a 3rd down and 10.
For the Eagles from the Cougar 44-yard line.
So 2 minutes, 27 seconds. Trips left as the Eagles lead this one 12-6. McLaren in at quarterback, got a running back McConaughey to his left. Going to roll out to the left side, looking for anybody. He's got two-train open down the middle, and it's going to be broken up. He could have thrown that ball about 2 seconds sooner. He had him, but great defense there by Central. Sugar Shane Becker this time.
Yeah, like he said, he was rolling out and he had two-train right on the break of his on his route. Threw it a little late. Gave it enough time for defensive back to come in and swipe it out of his hands.
Official trying to dry off the ball or clean off the ball. Sends it over to the sideline. Matt Cripple, where are you at, bud? You got to have that ball with your hand, in your hand. There we go. Now we got the other one in.
Yeah, you said earlier, that first half went by pretty fast. In this third quarters, we've had some penalties, had a couple injuries.
Rule number 1, never make a pace of play comment, and I broke that. Wibby on the punt from the 45-yard line. High snap. He can still get it off. He's going to try to run it now, and he's just going to try to make something out of nothing, and he gets lit up at the 50-yard line. Central likes their big hits.
He was still able to kick it away there, which is something he's probably going to hear from the coaches over there. He beat one defender there after the ball was snapped over his head. Beat one defender, and then he could have kicked it away, but he kept to run it, try to gain some yardage, but not enough yards to get the first down. And Central will take over about the 49-yard line of the Eagles.
So good field position for the Cougars to start it. Coach G, hope you got something in your back pocket here. We need to stop. 4 linemen in for the Eagles, 3 linebackers. It's going to be a handoff. They're going to try to get to the left side, and it's going to be sniffed right away. London Little not letting them have any of it.
Gavin Watts on the carry. Tackled by several.
I think it was London and Adam Wiebemeyer in there for the tackle.
I think it was just Wibby.
Was it Wibby forcing it back inside? Oh yeah, London's on that other side. 23 and 28, it looks the exact same.
So great job, Wibby, on the play.
Correction, Price on the carry.
For a loss of 3, brings up a second down 13, 140 and counting in the third quarter from Breese. Going to be a play action pass to their right side. Got a flat man wide open, and they're going to get to about the, we'll call it the 46.
They're going to call a personal,
on the play.
Look like after the play, look like a personal foul. Don't know who they're going to get.
White Hat is talking to the Eagles. Coach Horner says, I want the White Hat right here. Penalty on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
They're going to offset
on
most likely.
Both teams.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Eagles. Offsetting penalties. Replay the down.
Coach Horner still calling for the White Hat right here.
Probably calling them by their exact name too. He seems to know every ref's name.
Well, when you've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite Coach Horner lines is, "What's your email address? I'll send it to you." Doubles to the right side, sniffer back right. 3rd down and 7. Going to be a pass play. It's
up in the air.
It's going to be dropped. As 2 Eagles were going for it.
Pass is incomplete.
This game's getting pretty wild, Alex.
Yep. 2-Train and Dom were over there, as was Wibby. I think Wibby was the first one to get a hand on it, I believe.
That ball was just sitting up in the air waiting for somebody to...
So 4th down and 7.
Catch a prayer.
What are you going to do? Watch the football?
Yeah, I think so. We've jumped 3 or 4 times tonight.
4th down and 7 from the 46-yard line. 1 minute, 14 seconds remaining in the third quarter. London Little standing back at about the 14-yard line. Low snap picked up, and it will get off.
Get away from it.
And it will hit at the 19-yard line. I've never seen an official run backwards to get to the line.
Ball goes out of bounds
So the Columbia offense will take over from their own 19-18.
We'll have a first and 10.
If anybody's looking for anything to do tomorrow during the garage sales or just a nice Saturday before the rain goes out, there will be a St. Baldrick's event going on at Aces Wild where Team Snow Angels is in their 19th year of doing this, and it's about 30 CMS kids that'll be shaving their head, donating money, up to about $30,000. So if you're looking for something to do, head up to the St. Baldrick's event. Going to be a handoff to the right side to McConaughey. He's getting ahead of steam. He's going to get a couple yards. He runs hard for just being a junior running back.
Yeah, not a lot of size to him either. He brings a lot more speed to the table at the running back position.
McConaughey coming in at 5'9", 140. He runs a little bit bigger at 140.
Second and 6 for the Eagles from their own 23-yard line.
So gain of 4, 40 seconds remaining.
Looks like we'll probably want one more play here before the third quarter comes to an end. Got a good 5 yards on that first down. See if we can pick up first down here right before the end of the third quarter.
Doubles to the right side, sniffer back right. McLaren letting it go down within 5 seconds. Going to be a quick pass to the right side. Going to be caught by London, who's going to get a first down. He's going to make another man miss. He's got to make one more man miss. Go ahead and drag him down the field there, London.
They blew the whistle about an hour ago.
Whistle was blown. A little extra play.
London never went down.
No.
Little on the catch, forced out of bounds.
First down, Eagles. Just a quick 2-yard route turns into a 22-yard gain.
And that's something with getting the ball in your playmaker's hands.
Got
just like that.
One more play.
Yeah, just like that. You go from being on your own 20-yard line. Now, whenever this fourth quarter starts, you're going to have a little bit more options of plays to run.
Now,
a lot more
this
field
is
space.
bad here. This isn't good. We just had 10 seconds left. The ball was out of bounds. The clock should have never started. There should be 10 seconds to go.
Well, I guess we're going to the quarter.
Hey, but you know what? That's really not. No, okay. They're gonna. I was gonna say, hey, I'll take it.
I think they're
gonna bring him back out for one play. I was gonna say, I hope they put time back on the clock. Even the official was waving his arms to stop the clock. So there'll be 10 seconds. Time for one play.
Haven't got it back on the clock yet.
Ball at the Cougars' 44-yard line.
Still nothing on the clock.
Doubles to the left side, sniffer back left. They're going to send McConaughey in motion. Fake to him, try to look for London deep. And it's going to be picked off, and it's going to be a return for a Cougars touchdown.
There's no time on the clock, though. Time was already expired in the third quarter, but we're gonna go with.
Yeah.
That was just a confusing.
Collin just tried checking it down to the running back, and he had two guys step right up in front of it and take it to the house.
I guess they were just basing it that was going to be the last play of the quarter, but
and it was.
And there was no time on the clock whenever the play even started. So
now you need to get a blue block on here. Try to get a stop. Keep the score 12-12. They're going to go for two. Central is going to look to the right side, and they're not going to get anything. Great job, defense. Great job. They got maybe a yard, if that.
No good.
That's huge.
Man, that's a backbreaker.
Cougars 12.
Tough break. Crazy end of the third quarter. Columbia and the Cougars are tied 12-12 in this Week 2 matchup. Will we be back for the fourth quarter after this? Welcome back to the fourth quarter of the Eagles and Cougars. Who cares that you scored 47 last week? Who cares that you scored 51? It's 12-12, and you got to bear down in crunch time now.
Yeah, big play there at the end of the third quarter. Kind of a backbreaker there for the Eagles, but you got to bounce back, and your offense has to come out on the field now and try to complete a good drive together and get down the field and put some points on the board.
Both returners are going to line up back to each other. So Central takes the easier route. They just do a little bit of an onside pooch kick kind of deal. They still keep it out of London's hands. Momentum starting to shift a little bit over to the Cougars side. Columbia not doing too bad right now. We're moving the football. We just got to get in the end zone. Keep a clean fourth quarter is going to be key. Columbia will start the fourth quarter from their own 42-yard line. In this Week 2 Cahokia Conference matchup, we're going to do doubles to the right side, sniffer back right. Going to be Malding up to the top of the screen by himself. Wibby and London down below. Going to be what should have been a quick pass, but it's a botched play. McLaren gets tripped up. I think McLaren looked over here. He wanted London right away, and London went to him right away, kind of like, oh, that's on me, bud.
Good job there by McLaren, though, to not stay in the pocket too long and let the pocket collapse. Good job of gaining a couple yards to not have a sack.
Brings up a second down and 9 from the 43. Now we'll go doubles to the left. Sniffer back left, running back left is McConaughey with McLaren. Going to look to the left. He's got a man wide open. Still hasn't thrown it. Now he's got to scramble. He's going to run. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to get up to about the first down, and he might get the first down. He had Wibby on a stick, and he just missed him. What I would call a stick. I don't know if you guys called it stick. I don't know.
I think I called it a whip route.
A whip route. All right. Tomato. It's amazing at how quick the language changes.
Oh, I know.
I mean, you and I are 4 years apart.
Yeah.
And Coach Horner talks to me about the plays that he runs now, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know, he's got 40 different numbers with 80 different states and
the states, the logos, the run play. Run plays aren't even same plays that they used to be.
I know.
First down.
Then you go on the defensive side and you got special.
First down and 10, ball in Cougar territory. It's going to be a keeper by Dom Vagley. Just going to be a design keeper by Dom Vagley.
I like that.
Good for 8 yards. Gets it up to the Cougar 40-yard line.
It's a little Wildcat action where he's just catching the ball and he's running.
I thought it was Vagley just based on the mud. The announcer called it as McLaren. That's McLaren. Call a snap. They got too many guys on field. That's too many men on field. That is too many men on field. It's going to be a run to the left.
They called it.
Man, I think Coach Horner would have had a heart attack if they didn't call that. I heard Becker and Stump up here going, he got it. Penalty's really not going to matter. The Eagles get the first down on the run to the left side.
Yeah.
Place goes silent in anticipation.
Good drive so far, though, for the Eagles.
I believe that's just a 5-yard penalty, right?
I think so.
Too many men on the field. Illegal.
Substitution on the Cougars.
I don't know why he pointed back at us. I guess it's like a spot foul. Is that hand signal? Needless to say, first down Eagles.
A score here would be huge.
Columbia needs to get the momentum back. Empty backfield, running back right, sniffer back right next to each other. It's going to be another design quarterback keeper. He's going to go up the middle. Gain for 3. I think he could have followed McConaughey there on the going out wide, but he went up the middle.
Zach Malcolm.
Probably going to be a lot safer down here, closer to the red zone with the ball. See a lot more runs and play action passes, not a lot of deep passes.
Doubles to the right side is Wiebemeyer and London. It's going to be a pass to London, who's going to catch it. Great job by McConaughey just getting in the way. Gained a yard, but McConaughey just did enough to get a good yard out of it.
Yeah, definitely turned into a loss of 3 into a gain of 1. So good job by McConaughey to cap off a little block there so London can get a little room.
Ball in the Cougar 31, 9:15 remaining in the ball game. Single receiver to the left side is Malding. Going to be another design quarterback run. Good to the outside, Colin. There he goes. That might be Dom. I can't tell. He's got the first down, whoever it is. I need binoculars. I can't see these numbers.
I can't tell if it's vaguely.
I think that's vaguely now. He keeps running up the middle and everything's clogged up right there.
He bounces it out.
Get to the outside right away and you can go.
Clock is running. 9 minutes to go in this fourth quarter.
Whoever it is, first down for the Eagles.
Whoever it is. It looks like vaguely. He's got a little bit more height on McLaren. It looks like he's a little taller.
I think I agree with you there. Going to be doubles to the left side into the boundary. Going to take the snap, going to hand the ball off to McConaughey.
Oh, he slips.
Who's going to slip, try to get back. He's going to get to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. But it keeps the clock moving as the Eagles have the ball at the Cougars' 25-yard line.
All the tackles for the Cougars, Justin Walsh, Seth Becker, and
A lot more running plays than we're used to, but on conditions like you got tonight, Coach Warner says he wants to control the line of scrimmage. I think we have at times tonight. We need to continue doing that for the remainder of the game. Second down and 11, ball at the Cougars 25, 8:10 remaining in the game, 10 seconds remaining on the play clock. McLaren back into the game at quarterback. Going to take the snap, going to hand the ball off to McConaughey, who's going to get nothing. I don't know who reached out and grabbed him, but McConaughey got stopped.
Almost grabbed right by the neck right whenever he got the ball. Kind of made him stumble backwards, and a couple more Cougars were back there to bring him down for a loss of about 2 or 3.
I think I call a play action here because you've done nothing but run. Now, the scary thing is, though, don't throw it across the middle of the field. I think I might try to throw something to the outside. You got Wibb, 2 Train, and London out here. Or get it in London's hand and let him make a play.
Yep.
Cougar fans getting into it. There's the play action. They're going to try to run a screen. They're not going to get anything, and Colin's going to get sacked for a loss of 3 on the play.
tackled by Chase Blumenstein.
And on a play like that, whenever you're running a little screen pass, if that play shuts down, you got nowhere to go. So McLaren didn't really have another outlet there, so he had to try to tuck it and run, but it was too late. 3 Cougars were there. Got him for a sack.
So now throw it deep. If it gets picked, it's like a punt.
Exactly.
And if it doesn't get picked and we get caught, hope for a first down or more.
Come on.
This could be a quick punt too. Trips to the left side. McConaughey and McLaren in the backfield. He's going to look to the left side. It's nothing but verts. Just don't get sacked. McLaren's scrambling. Now he's going to have to run. He throws it deep. He's got Train open. And it's going to be broken up by the Cougar defender.
Flag on the play. After the play. Flag after the play.
Shane Becker. There's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play, coming over and talking to the Breese sideline.
Great job by McLaren to keep his footing there, though, and keep the play alive.
I don't even see the flag. Where is it?
He threw it like right here on the 35.
No, I got you now.
30.
Here. Illegal man downfield.
Doesn't matter, so they're still going to get the ball back. He was across the line. Man.
Central takes over. 12-12, 6:15 remaining in the ball game. 6:17, sorry. Cougars fans saying keep digging. Eagles keep digging.
Good battle. This is a good, fun game to watch.
Like we said earlier, got to beat Columbia if you're anybody else. So
that's how it always is.
Central's got that mentality right now. Linemen get their hands set. There's a man moving. They're going to throw the penalty, so the play will be called back for illegal motion after a gain of 1 on the play. Running back was moving a little quick.
And for Central here, something you've been good with all night is running the ball, and you only have a little over 6 minutes to go in this game with a tie ball game. So if you're Breese Central, you're going to run the ball a lot here, waste a little bit of that clock, and try to punch one in. But if you're the Eagles, you got to be ready for that run and try to get the ball back and not let them score, because they could run down this clock all the way till 1 to 2 minutes left, and that'll make it tough to make a comeback and try to put points up on the board for ourselves. So
watch the run, but be ready for the pass.
Exactly.
Too. Doubles to the right side, sniffer back right, roll out to the right, set little flat route to number 34, lowers the boom and gains 10 yards. Big boy had a head of steam coming downhill.
That's complete to number 34, Braden, the freight train Rensing.
Well, they call him the freight train, so
We got Sugar Shane and the freight train Rensing. First down, Cougars on the play, get it up to the 45-yard line. 5 minutes, 58 seconds remaining. I don't know why the clock's not running. Clock's
the ref
got
throws the
15 seconds that he's been waving his hand, still not running. I guess he doesn't care now. He doesn't even wave his hand anymore. Still not running. Nope, now we're going to get it going. 10 seconds on the play clock. Going to be a pitch to the left side. Going to be caught. Going to be sniffed out by Wibby. Just misses a tackle, and running back maybe upfield. Good for another 12-yard gain.
Number 9, Marcus Price.
Eagles definitely like to be on their heels a little bit right now. Wibby was in the right spot there. He hit the right hole. Just couldn't make the tackle. Running back made a good job, made a good play of putting his left foot in the ground and getting upfield right before Wibby could get back there and make a tackle.
Columbia got 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, everybody up on the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to the left side. Going to break it back up to the middle, and it's going to be 3 or 4 Eagles that make the tackle, but it's going to be close to another Central first down, and it will be a Central first down.
Looks like they just ran the same play right back to back.
Like you said, Eagles on skates, on their heels, need to make a play. Need to make something happen, not watch it happen. 5 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Tied 12-12. Tried to get the Eagles to jump, but they don't. Central comes back, looks for a new play call. Coach calls it in. 10 seconds to go. Running back steps up to the left side again. He's going to get to the line of scrimmage and get nothing more. As it is number 23, Adam Wiebemeyer stepping up and making the tackle, I think. Yep, that's Wibbed. Good for nothing.
McConaughey on the tackle.
McConaughey, I don't think he plays defense. So it brings up a second down and 10, ball on the Eagles' 30-yard line.
Clock is ticking.
4.5 minutes to go in the game. Tight end right, single back right. Going to hand the ball off. They're going to go to the right. Got a hole up the middle. It made one man miss, and he's going to take 2 men with him and get a first down for the Cougars.
Tackled by a couple of Eagles. That's a first down.
First and 10 for the Central Cougars. Columbia linemen have their hands on their hips. Might be getting a little fatigued now here late in the game. Going to do a hard count. Let the clock run a little bit. Keep running the same play, Coach. 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers are going to hand it off to the right side. Going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Pulcher was there right away. And a gain of nothing. A gain of 2, we'll call it. I didn't realize he got up to the line of scrimmage. Gain of 2 brings up a second and 8 ball at the 18-yard line.
That clock is not stopping, Alex. So if they score here, we're going to have
to move.
Yeah.
We're not going to let them score. Coach G's going to dig in.
Come on,
Coach
B.
Baker, Coach Stump standing up in the window. Going to be a pitch to the left side. It's sniffed out by the Eagles, and they
you
missed
were
the
there.
tackle. Now it's going to be a gain of 9, gain of 10. And it's going to be a first down. Missed tackle in the backfield.
Wiebemeyer, he's been there 3 or 4 times on those pitches.
That's a first down. Cougars.
First down Central, goal to go, about the 8-yard line. Columbia having one man go off, might be London. Bringing a new guy on, looks to be Meganson. I'd run it to the right side. We don't have any much leverage to that right side right now. 2 backs up close to the line of scrimmage. I guess you'd call him a wing back almost. Play clock going down to 2
like they're
to
gonna
1.
burn a
It's going
timeout.
to be a timeout by the Cougars with 2:41 remaining.
Cougars.
Eagles and the Cougars tied 12-12. Bend don't break, G.
That pick 6, man.
Yep, got to keep it clean. Hey, we can do it too.
We can do it.
Get a fumble, something. Anything can happen down here. You never know. Not over yet. What are you going to do here if you're defensive coach? Or I mean, they're getting up the middle on
Yeah,
us.
you almost got to pack the box and just play man-to-man on the wide receivers. I mean, you have a feeling they're going to run the ball. They've ran the ball almost every time on this drive with number 9 and 34. So, I mean, I think you just got to put 7-8 guys in the box and blitz them all, and hopefully you can make a stop. I mean, four plays inside the 10-yard line, that's tough to stop, because I would assume they would go for it on 4th unless they have a kicker where they would want to kick a field goal. But I mean, you got 4 plays and you got to hold them to 7 yards. So.
You know, like we talked earlier, when we went for the 2, you get the points when you need to. And I told you, if we didn't get it, I'd say it was a bad call. But that's just a spot a coach is in. It's a 1 big point, though. 2 wingbacks once again, pistol back out of the running back. They're going to run to the right side, try to bend back to the outside, unable to.
Almost.
Thankfully, that penalty flag was thrown. That was a hold, big time. And the ball will be coming back. But like I was saying, you go for 2 there. Yeah, you want to get to that 14. You put the pressure on them. You can't fault that. But you take that PAT, Wibbs that hasn't missed many of them.
Yeah.
So, like we said, it was a great call if it worked. It was a terrible call if it didn't. So.
Yeah, and also a new long snapper this week too. That plays into it. So maybe Coach Horner was just a little nervous with going with the PAT and wanted to keep his offense out there on the field for that 2-point conversion. But
so that's a huge play right there. Loss of 10 on the play with the holding. Brings up a first down and goal from the 17. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the game.
Come on, interception.
Going to be a pitch to the left side. Nobody there for the Eagles. It's going to be a big gain on the play. They're going to have to hurdle one guy. He's going to carry 2 or 3 more. Going to get close to the goal line. Be about a 2nd and 2. 2 minutes, 15 seconds in the ball game. Going to be a 3rd down and 2, I believe. 2nd down and 2.
Looks like he didn't get out of bounds either, so that clock is going to keep running.
2nd and goal for the Cougars from the 2.
2nd down and 2. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Get a stop, Eagles D.
Man.
2 wingbacks in for the Cougars. Columbia has everybody up on the line of scrimmage.
Looks like
Central has everybody.
They're going to let that clock run too.
Central has everybody up. Looks like Central's going to burn another timeout here. I don't know about that.
I don't know either.
Timeout.
I guess you're letting the clock run. Good ball game here in Breese Central. 12-12, 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining in the ball game. Jared Germain and Alex Schlemmer with you once again. Waiting for a miracle. I shouldn't say a miracle. Waiting for a stop out of the Eagles defense.
Yeah, with not much time here, we're definitely hoping for a forced fumble or a interception. Hopefully one of our outside guys can poke one free or get in the way of a pass, but with not much time here. I know when you're talking NFL and them, some teams would say to let them score here, so you could. But our offense hasn't been the greatest tonight, and with these conditions, throwing the ball downfield might not be a great opportunity for us. But we're just hoping for a stop here on these next 2 or 3 downs.
Central's going to have 2 wing backs, 2 tight ends. Running back going to go right up the middle. It's going to be following a lead block, and he ain't going to get it.
Look like London Little?
London Little on the stop. Quick timeout called by the Eagles. No? Nope, not called. I just heard a bunch of whistles that were after the play. Tick, 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 tick. 3rd down and 3.
Looked like he got back to the line of scrimmage.
A Cougars slow to get up on the play.
And that clock is still ticking.
3rd down and goal from the 3. Get another stop here, G. And D.
Come on.
Same formation for the Cougars once again. Eagles defense, same formation as well.
They're going to burn their last time out here? Looks like they are.
I'd like to see the tight or the safeties step up a little bit.
They're going to burn their last time out. Looks like Central is.
Yep. I'd like to see the safety step up a little bit more. They're about 2 yards deep. You're not going to stop anything unless after it's happened.
Yeah, who is that? London? Or no, that's Vaguely and
far side.
3rd and about 3. Oh man, got a barn burner, Alex.
The scoreboard says 3rd and 1. I'm looking at about 3rd and 3. I'm with you.
Yeah, 3rd and 2 or 3.
So now what are you calling?
On defense?
I think I'm going to call a pinch out of my linemen, and I'm going to bring my linebackers in to just fill that void.
Yeah.
I'm going to put everybody up on the ball.
I feel like they're most likely just going to try to pound it straight down the middle. We've seen a couple times outside runs with number 9. They use him on their outside zone. So if they go that route, you'll see number 9, or if they go on the inside route, you'll most likely see either number 23 or 34 carrying the ball.
This is where size is going to be in Central's favor, I would assume here. Linemen aren't very tall, but they are thick. 43 seconds remaining in the ball game. Central at their 3-yard line, going to hand the ball off up the middle. There's going to be stuffed. They're letting the pile ball it dead. They're letting the pile move, blow it dead. Nobody knows. Touchdown Cougars. So Gavin Watts in for the 2-yard run. 33 seconds remaining, rather. Cougars,
that was a 10-second play from 3 yards out. That seems a little questionable to me.
Yeah.
I
guess if the pile's still moving, I guess you let it roll.
Yeah, but for 5 seconds?
Yeah,
6 seconds?
Well, we're on the other end of this. Yeah, I think it could have been blown dead.
I even heard Coach Stumpf and Coach Baker up here as well.
So Central will go for 2 here. As the officials.
It's never over when you're the Eagles, though. You got so many playmakers on that kickoff return team and on that offense that one play, like we've seen, if you get the ball in London Little's hands or someone like McConaughey.
Going to be a pass play. They're going to roll to the right side, looking for anybody. Throws it across the middle, and it would be broken up. So that takes it to Central 18, Columbia 12.
Oh, man.
33.3 seconds remaining. I believe Columbia has 2 timeouts remaining, if not 3. I think we called 1 when we were trying to go for that 2.
Well, if you're Breese Central, you got to know where 28 is.
I think I'm gonna cover him underneath and over the top.
You cannot kick it to 28 here because you have seen what he can do over the past 3 years, and
that's going to be huge. So last time they did the little pooch onside kick, not sure what it was.
Yeah.
So if they do that again, you're going to get the ball around the 45-yard line.
But if they kick it deep, you're getting the ball in your playmaker's hands to where they can make something happen out of it.
Yeah, but I think I would give up the position of the field.
Yeah, I would too.
I don't take a chance at all for London to be able to do
exactly.
Anything.
And like I've said, our passing hasn't been the greatest tonight, and
it's a muddier game out there, so it's going to be harder to throw the ball down the field unless Coach Horner's got some trickery up his sleeve that we haven't seen yet.
No, so now I might even move London up to the second level rather than him being back. I might move him up a little bit.
Yeah, I think
now Central
they're going to move
first down.
London to the far side where it looks like they're going to kick too.
First time Central's going to kick from the left hash. They're going to kick it right up the middle, and it will be caught by the Eagles at the 49. That was a screamer right up at our first line of guys.
Great job of being aware by the first line, because
I don't even know who took that off the chops.
I remember one time Andrew, who was one of those kickers back in the day. I don't know. We were playing Althoff, and he kicked one right off the first row's guy helmet and came right back to him, and he recovered it.
No, Andrew Dossett.
Andrew Dossett, that's who it was.
So Columbia takes over at their own 48-yard line. Great field position, 33 seconds. Central fans getting into it. Going to be a rollout to the left side. We got the edge. Callan's going to be going to the left. He's going to gain a couple yards. He's going to get out of bounds. A gain of 4. The clock just left another second off of it. 23 seconds. I looked down, it was at 25.
Good job to get out of bounds, though, to not let any more time come off.
Gonna have to take some shots downfield. Gonna be trips right, ball on the left hash. Wide receiver to the left is going to be Malding by himself, running back to the left. McLaren takes a snap, looks to the right side, going to throw the out route to London, who's going to gain 5 yards. He's going to get up to the line of scrimmage, or to the first down.
Man.
Going to be a first down, 17 seconds remaining in the game. Ball at the 42.
Or maybe I just can't see the line because of all the mud down there.
Yeah.
Still got some time here. 17 seconds is a lot of time.
Especially with 2 timeouts.
Exactly.
Hopefully Coach Baker and Coach Stump are telling him that he's still got those timeouts. You're telling Colin, don't get sacked. Trips to the left side, ball in the middle of the field. McLaren and McConaughey in the backfield. Going to be a quick left to the left, and it's going to be a low throw intended for Wibby.
Clock didn't even run.
Perfect.
Second attempt for the Eagles. Cougar, 43-yard line.
Clock didn't run. I'll take it. I didn't see anything. Did you?
And I just asked Coach Stump. We have 1 timeout left.
1 timeout left. 1 timeout. Second down, 10. Ball at the 42-yard line. 13.3 remaining.
Eagles need a miracle.
London coming out. He's going to be the split receiver by himself, closest to us. Trips to the left side. Stumbles at the start. He's looking deep, and it's going to be a fumble on the play. Going to be recovered by the Eagles. Timeout.
Incomplete pass.
Oh, they called it. They called an incomplete pass. So that doesn't matter. We still get the ball. Third down and 10.
That was almost a fumble, if you ask me.
You asked me, I thought it was a fumble.
Play broken up by...
Which Columbia did recover the fumble no matter what, so we would have still had the ball with about 5 seconds. But the Eagles are going to burn their final timeout and try to work a miracle here to see if we can work some magic.
Colin was looking to London, who stumbled on the play, trying to get out of his break. 18-12, 5.4 seconds. Unless there's a penalty on this play, a defensive penalty.
It'll be the final play of the game.
Probably going to be the final play of the game. Not a good position you want to be in if you're the Eagles. If you're Central, you got to put everybody at about the 10-yard line and just say, run into us.
This reminds me of that, you watched that when Kyler Murray passed that to DeAndre Hopkins game-winning touchdown?
Yep.
That's something we need to see here from McLaren to London Little or Adam Wiebemeyer. We need to see a big play here. One of the seniors need to step up and make a miracle happen.
Central leads it 18-12. Dom is in the game as quarterback now. He's got the stronger arm. Third down and 11. Going to look for a deep ball. They send him in, and there's going to be a penalty thrown. Dom's just got to let it chuck.
He's already
past the line of scrimmage, but we won't say anything. It's intercepted at the 5 and brought down at the 10. It's going to be
Flag on the play.
White hat saw it, so it's going to be a penalty on the Eagles throwing the ball past the line of scrimmage. And
Should be the end of the game.
Be a hold on that first penalty, so that will be the ball game.
Yeah, and he
make it official.
he released that ball way past the line of scrimmage too.
Yep.
So and it was intercepted. So
Yeah.
as the time expired, so that should do it.
We'll wait for it to become official. Central celebrating. Waiting for it to be official. Two penalties on the play. Whitehead's telling us holding on the Eagles. Pass by the line of scrimmage. That's the ball game. So Central wins this one 18-12. We will be back in a minute after this quick break. Welcome back to Breese Central, where the Cougars take down the Eagles 18-12 in a very good ball game. We'll call it for the conditions. Columbia made a couple mistakes that we knew we couldn't make. Without a doubt, the interception that was returned for a touchdown. But Jared, what are your thoughts other than that?
Overall, I think we played I think it was a little bit sloppy. We had a lot of penalties, I'm sorry. We had a lot of penalties that we could have capped on, and a lot of penalties that we need to be better on in the future, because those penalties can really hurt your team. As you've seen, the interception we had on the screen pass, that was also a big play in the game that definitely changed the game, because we had the ball inside the 20-yard line, so we were on a good drive, and to have that taken away from us, that was definitely a big turning point in the game.
Absolutely. Columbia comes out with the first touchdown of the game. We took one chance. I think we took a couple late. We took that one chance, though, and it was an 85-yard touchdown to London Little. But then at the end of the game, I think we did control the line of scrimmage, which is what Coach Honer wanted to do. And in the end, we come up short. We made one too many mistakes. With tough conditions. Central played in them, too, so you can't say that it was the conditions. Good ball game by both teams, and Columbia just made one more mistake, and you can't make those mistakes. Fast forward, if Breese Central wasn't a far enough drive for some of you, we'll go to Salem next week. And I can say that last week I said we were going to Salem this week. So next week we go to Salem.
And that is for sure.
That is for sure. So we will be in Salem next week with the 6:35 start time. On behalf of Columbia High School, Columbia School District, Mr. Reeves, Mr. Nickerson, Howie Knapp, thank you for your stats that are amazing every week. Jared Germain, thank you. This is Alex Schlemmer. We will see you next week. Eagles fall to 1-1 after the defeat to the Central Cougars.
Go Eagles, baby.